really professional here, having the wrong slide for the start, but I hope you guys are ready for some quiz, for our first community quiz night. Let's roll the intro. Let's go.
I see a lot of people doing like this on stream, which was decided to be my starting sign for today. So if you wonder, why was that so awkward? That's just because today everything is absolutely different. First of all, that's not me in 3 different outfits. That's not the case. Obviously, it's different in the stream. So below me, that's Marvin. You might know him from his infamous video of why Project Cars 3 is surprisingly not great. People never heard about that one.
No one else has done a video like that in forever.
Yes,
no one. There are no
one.
other YouTubers who did a video on that topic.
And then to the side of me, that's obviously still looking for a championship Joe, who's also famous for the video of, hey, I can't afford a PlayStation. How does my Assetto Corsa more become Gran Turismo?
Yeah.
Basically the team. So first time for all of us to be on one stream, actually.
It is.
Which is quite cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like
it's an honor.
We can already clearly see what everyone is good at. So we know Jonas is best at building background lighting.
Oh, am I? Really? Cool.
Yeah, you got lights in the back. I got nothing.
do.
I got some Star Citizen stuff in the background, basically. So I'm good at camera quality, kind of. Although Joe's is massively as well. And then there's Marvin, who is probably good at finding those Christmas sweater no one likes. If you ever look for it again,
you just don't have style. That's the problem, you know. So you don't know how the youth dresses.
Yeah, okay. Oh man, that's obviously true. I'm old by now, but I'm the one prepared because we're doing a quiz night today, and I even more light in the back. I got this. Look,
The shirt is really cool. I saw it.
And only.
I saw it in the beginning, and it is like, yeah. That's
I
pretty
got the wisdom with me, basically, to help me out. So if you guys wondering, so why do we get all of these 3 people on the stream? Because it's the first quiz night. We do that once a month. And we thought, yeah, quiz night, it's cool if we hang out, but it would be way cooler to hang out with our community and also letting you play with us and even get some Steam gift cards in case you know answers to questions that, in this case, Joe made up. So, just to explain to you how it will work for us on the team side, basically every single time we do quiz night once a month, we will actually rotate who's the quiz master. For tonight, that's Jonas, so Joe, to the side of me, and Marvin and me will actually be playing with you guys as well. So the community has their own slot. All of that will be explained by Joe in just a few minutes.
Yeah.
And then you can take part and you can win gift cards and you can make fun of us not knowing stuff, or maybe even sometimes we know stuff. Who knows? Basically.
So
that's what it's all about.
I took a lot of time preparing all that questions for you guys, and I hope it's going to be a really awesome quiz, that you guys have a fun time, that Marvin and René will have a fun time, and yeah, you can win some prizes. So check out our Discord server. I prepared a command for you, so you can enter !Discord into the chat, and it should potentially.
I don't see anything yet.
Yeah, it takes some time. But it should post a link to our Discord server. There it is. A link to our Discord server. So check it out and get the quiz night role on our Discord server, so you enter automatically the raffle to win some awesome prizes.
Let's go a bit of detail on that. So tonight, there will be questions on your stream. Obviously, our quiz master will read them out to you. That's Joe's job tonight. And then we will discuss it, and then we will lock in an answer. And you guys will be able to answer in the YouTube poll settings. So they will be created, right? You will just answer to that and be like, yep, that's what I want. And that's what I need. So whatever is the answer with most percentage on it from the community, that's the answer Joe will log into for the community. So if 35% is the highest percentage, and that's on answer D, then the community takes D. Every single time you actually get a question right, we will add points to the points table for the community, and with every goal you reach, actually, when we reach the goal, we will raffle out Steam gift cards. Since we can't raffle them out just on YouTube, as you probably realize, we can't click on your name and send you a message, you actually have to head over to our Discord community. There is a channel, get your roles, and there you do a thumbs up for the quiz night, which means the bot knows, hey, you're in for the quiz night, you want to play with us. And then you're in the list of people that we raffle these Steam gift cards to. There are a lot of them. We got an entire evening of questions, so better be prepared. And if you're not on our Discord yet, then better get ready and hop over.
Yeah, there are going to be actually 4 stages to win a gift card. So with earning 250 points as the community, you unlock the first stage, and the first wave of cards will be raffled out. Afterwards, it's 500 points, 1000 points, and the last stage is when you win against René or Marvin, or both. So if you reach the first place.
Not hard.
Yeah, good luck about that.
Marvin is like, I studied the entirety of motorsport and sim racing the last 3 days.
Just
since the Project Cars video is out of the way.
There are also already a lot of guys in the chat already. So that's some good. From my community as well. Flo was the first. He's a great friend of mine. Max is here. Wolf Rufus, Killian, Ashley, Noah.
Killian was here all the streams we had so far.
Nice.
He's the guy that did the OverTake Porsche livery.
Oh,
for
okay.
ACC. Yep. And then we have Frank, who answers Daytona. We don't have to do that joke anymore, Frank, because Daytona is officially announced for R Factor 2. That's where it comes from. So there's no Daytona joke anymore. It exists. So.
The old guy is there as well.
They mean you. Obviously.
Yeah, obviously. I'm the old guy with 28.
Or Frank is the old guy.
Maybe.
That could be. Could be. I think Frank was there back then when they invented electricity. And then he had the idea for sim racing.
The first thing that popped into mind. Oh, electricity. What can I do with it? Maybe an artificial steering wheel for your PC that I will invent later on.
Sounds like a great thing to do, I would say. Stevie is also there. Stevie Barlow. Great. So, Do we do a test question to show people how it works? Is our community management team ready to actually put that into the chat? Are they? Everyone
They should be ready. So we could
you give them the questions?
We could do a first question in the chat to test the feature. We could do that. There is no first question. No, I'm lacking the word. A learner question.
There always needs to be a question to test the system. And
there
next
should
time,
be, but we don't have
buzzers. We need buzzers.
Buzzers would be awesome.
I always wanted to have that in a show.
But that's not really how this quiz works. So you have enough time to log in your answer, and everybody answers. Not the one who's fastest.
I will just come up with a new idea.
Yeah, maybe do a completely other quiz. Just throw all the questions I prepared out of the window.
Yeah.
And do a completely other quiz with buzzers and.
Yep.
So we will be back, guys, with the next stream. Thank you so much for tuning in. See you next time around. Bye-bye.
Don't say that. Now people leave. That's good. So if there are not enough viewers, we'll just blame it on show and say goodbye early on. And that completely confused everyone. And then they just left. Things happen. Oh, you got a drink. What does everyone have?
Yes, there's the question. Are you guys ready to win some Steam gift cards? Yes or absolutely?
I'll click on absolutely. Well, only 20% clicked on absolutely. What's wrong with people?
They're not sure if they're beating it.
They're not sure.
There are only 2 votes till now.
This
now
is the
5
last
votes.
liquid. This is the last liquid thing I have at home because everything else alcohol, and I don't drink alcohol, so it's just here for decoration purposes. Because I had no time to go to the supermarket and buy stuff, so feel bad for me.
You didn't have the time to put it in a glass because I'm drinking an energy drink right now, and
I will just cover up the logos.
Yeah,
you know how you do it on big broadcasts and do like this. No one knows what that is.
It's apple juice. Everybody knows.
Freshly pressed? I'm impressed.
I had no chance to put it in a glass because I had to dress up in the shirt and shave before the show. It's not like with you, Joe. It's like...
No, I'm shaved from this morning, so it's fine.
I had to work.
Sponsored by Rich Energy. Yes, we are, actually.
What? Goodness me, no!
I will change my shirt now to the black and gold one.
Yeah, we got everything ready. Like, all of a sudden, the background pops up, Rich Energy.
Rich Energy!
We would be, if every one of us has a can, we probably would be the picture with most real-life cans of Rich Energy ever.
Probably.
But there are not 3 cans in this world, so it's unrealistic to do this photo.
It will not work. I mean, there are 3 cans in this world. Rich Energy. First is the Rich Energy can that they always showed in media.
Yeah.
Second, that is Grosjean's car, where it says Rich Energy. That's a can. And the one of Ericsson.
Okay.
That's 3.
Oh.
But together all of those is like getting the Infinity Stones all at once.
Or the Dragon Balls.
Oh, that must be easier. Because there are already videos and animes about finding all of them, but there wasn't a single video finding all of the Rich Energy cans.
Not yet.
So it must be easier.
Okay, we're starting...
We're creating content now for the Rich Energy team.
Yeah. Yeah, we did that. Yeah, great start to the show already. I would say let's start with the quiz.
So we play on our phone, right? And you log in for the community.
Yeah, we'll have a look at that in just a second. I will swap the scene. There it is.
Swap the scene.
So on top of us, you can see the progression bar for you guys out there. Just ignore the dollar signs. It's not actually money you have to donate to reach the next stage. It's points. But this is a work in progress. So yeah, just stay with us. Wow, the chat looks also really good. What happened there? Oh my god.
What did you do? Oh, you squashed the chat.
Yeah, it seems like. Wow. That looks awful.
Yep.
Okay, no chat for you guys. We'll have to fix that for the next episode.
Can you? No, you just have to. That's pixel thingy. You just, instead of making it bigger, you just made the
I know,
the browser feature bigger. Yeah. But you have to put the pixels in. It's all about the pixels.
If I can, but I haven't.
Killian is the white boy. Yeah. Looks cool though. It looks. Really good.
It looks crazy.
I think that's the best.
Bring
ever
on
rolled.
the dollars. Yes.
Yeah, you don't even have to spend.
It's
those
still
dollars.
fairly professional, though. Thank you,
Yeah.
Ashley. I did a great job. You heard it here first.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the progression bar for you guys, and every time you
Right.
answer correctly, there will be points added to this bar. And when you reach 250 points, the first raffle will go live on our Discord. So to join, Discord into the chat and get the role quiz night to enter the
It's
raffle.
under hashtag get your role, and on the other hand, you can read the channel Quiz Nights, which is on the events. It also explains to you how it works. So no one will get lost here. We got you covered. I saw Kevin just landed on our Discord 2 minutes ago. So he
English
probably needs to
pounds.
roll.
Perfect, there it is. So let's start with the quiz and go over all the categories we will have tonight. First up, we'll start with old racing games.
Is
No
that
comment
also
on
the
no
first-
no comment on
question?
that. Okay,
Yeah. Oh.
old racing
So,
games.
wait,
Oh,
how
we
does it
never
work
heard
now?
that before.
Oh my God! I've
People-
never heard that before.
People expect me to win that one because I'm old and everything else needs to be won by Marvin. Is that what we expect?
Yeah, old racing games is definitely your category, René.
Probably not. We'll see.
Next up is the Need for Speed. So questions around Need for Speed or the Need for Speed franchise.
I'll look forward to that.
Third, we have V10 Magic, F1 in the early 2000s,
Harder.
and earlier than that, some late 90s.
Oh, earlier than that.
Late 90s
Wow.
is also in there.
Not
So
that old.
everything revolving V10 or the V10 era in Formula 1. My favorite category, by the way. Next up are new sim racing games, so something more for Marvin. Because he's the
He doesn't
youngest
know
of
sim
us.
racing games. He plays Project Cars 3.
And last
Yeah,
but not
boom.
least, the bonus round, track knowledge. So these are the categories we are playing today. And if you
Alright.
guys want to play with us, just stay in the YouTube chat and participate via the chat, the
Vote.
voting
Cool.
feature. Thank you.
You got this.
Next up are the rules. How does the game work? So the players, that's René and Marvin, they play via app. And you guys will vote in the chat. We play 5 rounds with 5 questions each. And those questions range from 20 to 100 points. 20 points, of course, the question with which will be the easiest. 100 points, the hardest. So, are you guys ready to play?
Sure. Bring it on. I'm so afraid. Like, the thing here is, Marvin, we can't win. We either look like, okay, they know a bit about the stuff they're talking about, they do overtake, or we lose and everyone is like, who lets these guys actually do things? It's like-
Yeah,
Exactly, and
it's
I'm
really
the one who
unfortunate.
picked the questions.
yeah.
yeah,
It's a
like,
really
we-
unfortunate situation.
It's exactly that, right? I had someone, who was that? Once on the show, someone was like, "Wait, he wasn't born that year. Why is he allowed to talk about it?" Like,
Wow.
I didn't know that you're not allowed to talk about something where you weren't born, but fine. You
my
never
God.
know.
That's
Let's do it.
unwritten law that you're not
Is it?
allowed to do
Is it?
something like
wait,
that.
wait. My girlfriend sent me a message and asked how long it will take today till I win.
Yeah, that's the perfect
That's my
answer.
answer.
for
Till I
that.
win.
That's a good answer. I'll type that to my girlfriend as well before she even asked. So,
But that's that's a problem because only one of us can win. No. Oh no, true.
Or the
Only
community
one
will
of-
win.
They will definitely beat us. That's for sure.
Okay,
All right. I'll go back to the program.
so
Let's
let's
not-
go.
I'm
And
here.
category 1 is old racing games. So I hope you guys are ready for that.
Yes.
So,
All right.
okay, I think there will be this one here first. So you guys can join. I will join as well.
Oh, get ready to. Oh,
Oh yeah.
Why can I not change my emoji? I got this emoji.
You have this one? Yeah, that's perfect.
Why?
Just look
Why
at
can
it.
I- Why can
It's
I
a
not
perfect
get something
resemblance of
else?
your character, isn't it?
I'm not.
Angry
walking
all
around.
the time. Ugh, why aren't you working faster? What's happening
Exactly
here?
me. Exactly me.
That's
Where's the
also how you
video?
sound.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it.
Alrighty, let's start the quiz with question number 1. Shortly before the turn of the century, rally games conquered the racing scenes by storm. Especially Colin McRae Rally was an instant hit. But what legendary car was on the cover of Colin McRae Rally 1 from 1998?
That's an easy one for the 20 points.
That's
is so
the
easy.
easiest question of the category.
It's easy because I even owned that car. Not the real rally car, but exactly that model in the Colin McRae edition.
That's
Yeah, boy.
So
That was
A,
the first
is
in
it the
Germany.
Ford Escort? Is it B, the Mitsubishi Lancer? C, the Renault Megane? Or D, the Subaru Impreza?
I have to say, though, they would all be great as a rally car. The only one I'm a bit confused about is the Renault Megane.
But it's a rally car, the Renault Megane,
Did it
from
exist?
back in the day.
I think it does.
Oh, true! No, they had the same livery as the touring cars, like in yellow, blue. It was part of this game, Rally World Championship, whatever, which also had not just the Renault Megane, also the Proton Vera, which was a Mitsubishi Evolution Lancer, right? And a VW Golf GTI 16 valve, which, by the way, was a free game you got in one of the gaming magazines back then. Yeah, old dude is telling you stuff. There you go. That was for free.
I have to say, I'm not really that much into rallying. I'm more of a track racing guy, but Colin McRae Rally was really great.
It was an awesome type.
I haven't played it
Really?
a lot because I actually did not have a PS1.
But the first one was still the one where you actually raced against all the cars at the same time. So it wasn't classic rally. It was not Richard Burns rally, right?
Yeah.
It actually had like rally stage tracks where you race against each other, which was fun back then. Actually, as a kid, I thought that's how rally looks like. I was very disappointed when I saw my first World Rally Championship coverage. I was like,
Dad, let's go to a rally! And then you are standing there in the cold, -3 degrees. Ah, damn, this is not racing!
it's like this one car. It's like, then you
Yes,
wait 50
every 2
minutes,
hours.
Another car is like, that's not what Colin McRae rally game taught me how rallying is, right? I'm really surprised. Can we actually also vote in the YouTube chat just to
Rig it. Just to rig
just
it.
to rig it?
You could,
let them
potentially,
win.
but that's not really fair.
P1 TV, Megane Kit Car. Yeah, true.
So I think
It's like,
this one
you know,
is
it's-
pretty easy.
Wait, is
And
mine
you-
submitted? Wait.
Did you press on submit? On the
The
bottom?
problem is my.
You have to
problem is
press
the-
on the answer and then press submit.
You have already answered this question. Okay.
Okay, perfect.
But now look. If I'm actually on the phone, it tells me this. You already submitted your answer.
So I think we can... Okay, the vote was ended and D won. So it's the Subaru Impreza for the community. I will submit your answer. And there we have the results. Everybody was right. And that's 3 times
someone-
a winner. And we then
Someone said B.
have the leaderboard.
Someone said B, the Mitsubishi. So I could have understood the Ford Escort because the Ford Focus was the box art car of Colin McRae Rally 2,
Yeah.
2.0, right? But Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution, come on, guys. Colin McRae never raced an Evo. He never did. Subaru and Ford, I think.
So I added you points to your total. You can see it here. We are now at 20 points from 250. And it's a tie for place number 1.
We're still safe, Marvin. All good.
Yeah.
Okay,
no
let's move on to a trickier question for 40 points.
Oh no.
Sim racing has been around for a couple of decades now. Games come and go, we fall in love and we fall out of it. So it's not that easy to keep track when what game was released. So the question is, which sim racing game is the oldest of those games I will present to you now? Question number 2 of 25. 5 seconds to wait, and let's get ready. There it is. Is it A, Race 07, B, iRacing, C, GTR 2, or D, R Factor? Which of those is the oldest?
All right. I mean, we are allowed to talk about that, right? So, Marvin, just to make that clear, we can kind of rule out Race 07 because that was an add-on to GTR Evolution.
I'll trust you on that.
No, wait. There was the problem is like Race 07, this entire like STCC packs and all that were all add-ons to a base game. Yeah. I raced a lot of Race 07 back then with the touring cars, WTCC, which was a lot of fun, in the Volvo C30 or the Honda Accord, stuff like that. So I think we can rule that one out. It's not the oldest as it's based on something. My problem is GTR 2 is a title before the modern times of force feedback. That's for sure. R Factor 1's obviously quite old because we know that R Factor 2 came out in 2012-ish by ISI. And iRacing, I mean, depends on looking at it, it's probably the oldest, but I was like, iRacing is based on NASCAR 2003 part of the code, and especially the flags that you get during the race are still based on that. How about you adding something to our knowledge here?
Yeah, well, I have to take a fat guess right here. I would tend to agree with you that I do have the feeling that R Factor could be the oldest due to it being, based on R Factor 2, which is already, a little old. But yeah, it's a little tricky. But I was thinking the same thing as you, obviously, before you said it, that Race 07 is probably not right. But
although Colin in the chat is right, GTR Evolution was a DLC for Race 07. So Race 07 was the base game.
Oh, all right.
And but Killian said, like, GTR 2 was his first game, so maybe...
Yeah, but wait. Wasn't Race 07 done by Simbin? Simbin?
Yes.
Simbin? Is it the bin?
It is a game for the bin, yeah.
No, it's not.
It's not? Wow, okay.
Yeah, Race 07 was cool. But it must have come after GTR then. Because GTR and GTR 2 were the first two of them. And Race 07 is more modern than GTR. So I would say it's between GTR 2 and R Factor.
Maybe.
And I would...
Maybe it's iRacing.
Just playing with you guys. I have no clue since when iRacing is in service. That's the problem. Isn't it also 2011?
That's what I think.
I can give you a hint. It's older than 2011.
iRacing. Okay, then it's 2007.
Maybe.
It's because there was Netcar Pro back then.
So I guess we can close the question for the community. They're pretty sold on one of the answers.
I'll submit an answer now.
Can I look at the community now and then go with that?
No, please don't.
Okay. I will click something. Oh man.
Okay, you guys let me know if you have...
Yeah, I'm done.
I've submitted.
I submitted also for the community. 2 guys said it's R Factor. 1 said GTR 2. Who said it's GTR 2? René said it's GTR 2! Oh damn! He got tricked by Killian.
I was looking at it and it was like, it must be like R Factor, and then I was like, but R Factor 1, I played a lot of that endurance, like, that looked better than GTR, wasn't it? Because I would have played GTR instead of R Factor. But then I realized, no, we played R Factor because of the mods.
So R Factor is actually the oldest. It got released in August 2005. Racer 7 is from 2007, iRacing from 2008, and GTR 2 is from 2006. So R Factor is the right answer, and the community got it right.
I failed on that one. I failed on that one. Before anyone blames me that I worked at R Factor 2, that R Factor 1 is from ISI. I have no clue.
Here we have the standing. Penny on
studio.
third, the Community and Marvin still head to head. So I am adding
Damn.
40 points for the Community there.
I'll take all the points I can get on this category. So even if I have to get, if I even if I have to,
I need
put
to
a guess-
cover again. Kids, look away.
And again, the bar fills up to now 60 points from 250 until the next raffle. Okay, how do you like the quiz so far? Is it okay?
Hate the questions.
Yeah, I like it.
Rest
You
is
hate the
fine.
question? Perfect. That's what I wanted to achieve. Let's continue with question number 3, and this one is for 60 points.
It hurts me even more that Marvin knew.
So,
I didn't know. So.
Gran Turismo 7 is right around the corner and will give new life to this famed franchise. And one big wish of the community is the return of many of the old original tracks. And some already got revealed actually. But which one can be seen on the following screenshot?
Oh, we get a screenshot even.
Yes, there are also pictures in this quiz.
Is it? Wait, is the screenshot? Yeah, that's the new track. Okay, as in like the new
It's
version.
a GT7 screenshot.
Okay. Yeah.
So I hope you guys can see it all right. It's maybe a little
I want to
Made it.
click already, but
small
Like,
for you.
That's an easy one. I feel like.
I
that
should
could
I
be
also-
feel
further-
like, and
further
that's why I'm
down.
so afraid now.
But yeah, it's true.
Well, I should implement a full
No.
screen for the community next time with
Yes.
the pictures. I think it's a bit too small for you.
But they're also a lot better than us, so they could probably work with that.
So is it A, Trial Mountain, B, Northern Isle Speedway, C, Dragon Trail, or D, the High Speed Ring? What do you guys say? And sorry for the small picture, hope you can see it all right.
Marvin, keep in mind, we
Yeah.
both think this is super easy, but this is the third question, which means it's not the easiest category. Because normally I would look at this and be like, simple, click, be done with it. Because I think I know each of them. But
yeah.
it's-
I don't think the setting matches the other tracks though. So the thing
Marvin
is, if I-
has played
yeah.
a ton of Gran Turismo. He knows his
Yeah.
stuff.
So I think I am pretty sure about what I'm doing here. Sounding so cocky, I'll probably be wrong, but
Yeah, for sure.
I do think you know going back to my childhood, these memories are ingrained in my head. So I don't think the setting really matches any of the other tracks.
so you know how the track looks like. I can tell you how the high speed ring logo looks like. Does that help us?
That is actually more impressive.
It's this
probably.
one with the I can only do it in German, but you know what I mean, like these banana shaped left and
Yeah.
right in gray.
Banana
and-
is also
and-
English.
yeah, but that's not what I wanted to say.
Oh.
to describe it.
Okay.
Also minion speak.
So I will just lock in. Yeah.
Ashley just remembers the cars and not the tracks. And for Frank, it's too small. I'm really sorry. But that's stuff we can improve on for the next time. Also with the chat being like all square and stuff. But hey, I
All fair and
think it's
square.
fun so far. Good quiz.
Of course, Jonas enjoys it.
Yeah, I do.
Embarrassing us in front of everyone.
I'm enjoying it dearly because I don't. I'm not. I'm not sitting here having to answer those questions and making a fool out of myself.
I will, as soon as I'm quizmaster, there's an
Yeah.
entire category of only
Things
Renee's
that Joe
stats
does
in
not
sim
know.
racing.
Renee's highlights on casts.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like-
something like that. Yeah.
Casting highlights.
Like an entire category
years.
where he has no clue.
10 years ago, I made a pun on screen. How does the pun end?
The community is pretty sold again on one of the answers.
A few
Looking
years
good.
ago,
Thank you guys for
Mo-
playing.
a few years ago, Microsoft threw me out of the Forza Racing Championship. What did I say on camera? What led to me being thrown out? Google that. It will be
Oh
the
my
next
god, I have
quiz.
to throw up!
That's-
Was it
say
that? No?
on camera.
Then you had
PlayStations
to
are
pay
worth
the
a
camera.
fortune. That's true.
Oh, poll is completed. Okay, so I will
Alright, let's
lock
go.
in the answer for the community. And everyone's right! Trial Mountain
That's
it
why I
is.
thought it was too easy. Because high speed, like Dragon Trail was, I think, in Gran Turismo Sport.
Yeah, it is. But
Yeah.
it's like set in Croatia, so which can be, very very mountainy, very in a montane environment. But on the other side, I feel like I would know how it looks, So yeah. I think I think Trial Mountain is the only exclusive track that has yet been seen. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't
I
just
think the
wouldn't
same.
understand. Yeah.
The community is gaining points and points and points. They are already at 120 points.
Can I quickly
job,
say,
guys.
someone joined our Discord with the name Nico Knattertonio. Love it. Knattertonio. That's
It's
amazing.
actually, do you know? It's actually based on an old comic, where it's like a detective from like a comic book, which
Okay.
I read as a child, and he goes to Italy and dresses up, but his name is Nick Knatterton, and he dresses up as an Italian and just puts an I on the end of his name, and
Knattertone.
changes nothing about his appearance, but an I, and suddenly he's disguised.
Wow. All right. Marvin with the useless knowledge for this quiz, like coming around.
No, I don't think that's useless. He knows where the name is from. That's really great. But what comic is it?
Yeah.
What is
You
it?
want to know, right?
Yeah, I
that's
want to know.
on the next. That'll be in the next quiz night. Okay?
Oh,
Buckle up.
okay.
Buckle
Then I
up.
have to wait. Okay, so this is actually
Go wrong.
the standings at the moment. René is at 80 points and the rest at 100 points, but shouldn't it be like here at 120? Did I do a mistake? 20, 40 and 60 points? Should be 120 points, isn't it? Why is it like 100 points?
Isn't it like 60 for the third question?
Yeah, it was
no,
60
it's
for this
60, right?
question, and
wow.
it also says like that we got 60 points.
60 points. Yeah, true. True. So the community automatically wins because Joe did a mistake somewhere.
I don't know
Great.
what's happening there.
Okay.
But hey.
On the first go, we just leave. In the first charge, we just leave the community with a 120, and then we edit later.
Yeah, we have like the correct points total here with 120 points. So that's only I have to point here. That's only what's in the game. We know your points.
Okay.
Alrighty, then let's continue with the tricky questions. We have now our first 80 points questions. I have to scroll down to the hard question section of my document here. So next up is a game that I grew up with, Toka Race Driver. It was super popular back in the day, showing off, of course, with official licenses like the DTM, V8 Supercars, and of course the British Touring Car Series Toka.
Oh, so we're not talking about the original Toka.
Now we are talking about Toka Race Driver.
Not
and
old enough.
something that I really loved, and many others of course as well, is that this first game in the series had a fully fledged out career mode. But, and here's the question, what was the name of the protagonist of Toka Race Driver 1? So tricky one here. Question number
The good
4.
thing is, I actually looked into a video of Toka Racing Driver.
shot.
So you know it?
A long time ago. I think I know it.
Is the picture
Look
of
at
him
it.
as well?
Yes, I know. I know.
Is it A, Ryan McCain, or B, James Randall, C, Bobby Scott, or D, Nick Landers? Actually, all of those names are from the game, but only one of them is the protagonist,
I
the
really
guy
hope
in the
that I
picture.
remember the right one. But I think, by the way, kudos to the guys back then who did this game with an actual protagonist, an entire story around it. That was before the F1 games came around with that. And before FIFA games had stories that are not a thing anymore, right? In the new FIFA, there's no story mode anymore.
No.
But the Madden still has it, right? NBA still has it. It all started on Toka. Sim racing has been
Yeah.
their first one.
And I'm really curious already about Grid Legends, which is a successor to this game, which will come out in February this month. So, and Marvel will do the review. He's the guy to
Will
do
he?
it.
I'll ingrain myself in this awesome story, but I'll have to admit again, like this is not my cup of tea question, so I'll have to look for the most English name possible, I think, for the English touring cars. But yeah,
They are all pretty
How-
English.
how high is the possibility that you, Renee, watch a video about Toka Race Driver right before the question gets asked? That's the thing that the people
Because
have to
that's
ask.
easy. Because Joe knows exactly that we considered doing a Nitro Nights about touring car games, and I looked into all of them again. Because we realized when we both talked about the Toka cars that Toka games that we had different games in mind. Because I know the original Toka Racing Championship, a game that a friend of me actually bought a few days ago and posted pictures of the original, which is the first touring car, like proper touring car racing game with the Renault Megane and Audi Quattro and stuff like that. And then there was later on the Toka Racing Driver, which became DTM Race Driver
in Germany,
as a title in Germany. Yes. Yeah. So they featured multiple classes, which was also, by the way, the first game I ever reviewed on a TV show.
Oh.
Because that was really the first game I reviewed for NBC Giga back then. So that's when we realized they're two different ones. Because I actually never thought about it because it's called DTM Race Driver in Germany and not Toka Race Driver. So yeah, that's why I looked it up. So I think I know it, yeah.
Community is also sold on one of the answers.
Because they're good. Our community is just very well...
And of course, nobody's using Google. Guys, come on. You don't have to do it.
Yeah, we're signing up this here, the logo in our roles. You automatically installed a bot that's tracking if you use Google. And if you do so, you automatically empties your entire bank account to Marvin to get new sweaters.
So everyone has answered, and everyone is right. It's Ryan McCain.
Everyone? Everyone?
Yeah. Marvin guessed right.
Yeah, well.
It's Ryan McCain.
It's a patented tactic to just take the bottom or the top question whenever you have to guess. It works 50% of the... it works 25% of the time. I can guarantee you that.
So, Nissan Primera best livery. I'm not
Ryan
sure.
McCain was the protagonist. James Randall was his father, actually. I don't know why they have different names. Bobby Scott is his manager, and Nick Landers is the evil guy in the story who killed his father in a race.
There we go.
Okay.
Pretty dramatic, but
Turn.
it was a really good story mode, and if you haven't played it, check it out. PS2 emulation on PC, no problem. Give it a go. Good game, still today. So here are the results, the leaderboard, and it's pretty close. Only 20 points missing for René.
Yeah, because I was stupid.
Alright, I add the amount of points to your total. 80 points
But
extra.
I feel like I've emptied the luck tank already, so
I think so.
no. I think so.
I mean, there will be better categories coming.
I think so as
and
well.
I'm already trailing by one.
Well, but if you get this one right, and I don't, but we'll have a look. Maybe Joe has ducked down and found something you don't know, or you haven't watched a video of recently. That would also help.
That was just really good now because I was like, when we discussed that, oh yeah, this career mode. I remember the one from DTM Race Driver, so I watched the one from Toka. I was like, what was in there?
Oh.
So it's pretty close in the leaderboard, and we're heading in our first 100 points question, so hopefully a tricky one that's not too easy to answer for you guys out there. Alrighty. Okay, let's go to sim racing's beginnings. Arcade games were the starting point of gaming itself, and racing games became popular right from the start. But where did the sim racing genre really had its first starting point? What was the first ever video game that was controlled with a steering wheel?
I remember my first steering wheels, but I don't know which title allowed. Wait, are we also talking about arcade machines?
Yes,
Yeah,
arcade
I think
machines.
so.
Oh!
Here it is.
Ow!
God.
This is how it looked like. And the answer possibilities are A, Speedway, B, Grand Track, C, Speed Race, or D, Wipeout.
Just to throw that out there, I would have gone for this Daytona game. Because I played that in an arcade. But that was
You
definitely
did
not
back
the
in the
first one.
60s? when you were in your 20s.
19, yeah.
No, they had like the karting track I visited as a kid a lot. They had these Daytona simulators where you could drive NASCAR against each other and stuff like that.
Okay, that's
you know, where
pretty
you have
cool.
to go through the gates and then get more time on it, edit on it, and stuff like that. So I played that.
do actually still remember arcades when I was a kid, but there weren't many.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
I've never been in an arcade. It was part of the karting.
I've been in an arcade, and you had like also motorcycle simulators and stuff like that, where you can sit on
Yeah.
and lean
Oh,
into
yeah,
the corners.
I remember
I remember
That
Yeah.
was
that.
super cool. Not
remember
working
that.
really well, but cool.
Daytona
I'm
USA. That's exactly what I was looking for. Yeah, that would have been my guess without seeing this list. Wipeout. Yeah,
Yeah.
go for
I
it.
mostly remember those from vacation in Spain or something, or countries where like lots of tourists were. So there were like arcades, and I remember like lots of those motorcycle simulators. But once every like 200 arcades, there'll be like 2 of these, and with like a racing seat, and it'll be like titled like Need for Speed, and there's like some 240p pixeled like picture ripped to just put on the top of it, and it was great.
I remember the times when I was happy that we upgraded from 640 by 480 to 800 by 400. So
Exciting times. Exciting times.
times, man. Racing games were cool. I built back then like an Audi livery for one of the Micro Pros Grand Prix titles. I think it was the first actually, like with paint, like clicking pixel to pixel. That was really cool. Oh wait, the community already decided. Really?
It seems like it.
It's not Wipeout. That's what I'm saying, and
Yeah.
the rest is guessing because Wipeout is an absolute classic title, and everyone reiterates that every now and then, and the team tries to do a new Wipeout nowadays, but it's definitely not the first one to play with a wheel. It was built.
I would just think that unless it's about crashing, it would be a very like drastic name for an arcade. I don't feel like that. I don't feel like I've heard any of those. Whenever there's like a football arcade, it's always named like Kick Off or some very basic thing.
It's named like Speed Race or Speedway or Grand
Right.
Track 10.
Right. That's what I
Great,
would
thanks
think.
for your help, man. Appreciate it.
Thanks
Maybe
for
it's even
reading
called
the end.
Wipeout. I don't
No,
know.
it's definitely not Wipeout. Not Wipeout. I actually once worked on a title that was done by people.
Oh, one of you was wrong. So who
Yeah, it
chose
was me.
Speed Race? It was Marvin. Okay, Marvin's
I
first wrong answer.
I just
No!
guessed because I went for what was the latest game, as in like what happened the latest, and then 10 sounded cool to me that they did 10 of those games.
Yeah.
It was like, great. They must be cool.
Yeah, I just basically went for the explanation I gave. I was like, yeah, it may be called like Speed Race or like
Yeah, true.
squealing tires, stuff like that. being, like,
Squealing
very-
tires. The
Sounds
game.
very basic, but yeah.
Marvin squeals tires. Oh, we should do intros like, on Grand Tour and Top Gear.
Yeah.
In today's
we should.
episodes, Joe asks question no one cares about. Renee doesn't know what R Factor is, and Marvin
never
trying
seen
to
an
figure
arcade.
out what sounds right.
Yeah.
As you can see, the bar is full, 300 points reach, and therefore we will raffle out the first bunch of gift cards now on Discord. So
Whoop, whoop.
hopefully this
Can
will
I,
work.
wait. If I now go on Discord, go get your rolls and click on this, thumbs up. Do I get a gift card?
You might, but that's not how it should be. So
Okay,
I
I'm
will actually put on a new bar over there, and you guys can talk about the new leaderboard.
Yeah.
Community is leading. And
How unexpected.
finally, Marvin is behind.
I knew it! I damn knew it! I knew it that the last question, whenever I use my luck on all the other questions, it would be the last one that bones me. It's always it's always the same. But it is what it is.
Wheeling tires the game. That sounds good.
Man, I just said something off the top of my head. I'm glad I didn't drop something that's not
I
even
mean-
on a car.
We can tell people that we obviously tested this. And no, we didn't play through the questions. We really don't know. But we saw the first question, which was which car is on the cover of the first Colin McRae. And I did the mistake of thinking about the Ford Focus on Colin McRae Rally 2.0 and thought Subaru Impreza would be too easy and clicked that. So we all did weird stuff already.
So those 100 points were really big, and the community is leading by 280 points. Actually, it's 300, but there was an error in the system. I don't know. René is second with 260 points, and Marvin now third with 180 points. But yeah, let's see what category 2 will bring. Next up is the Need for Speed. So everyone who played a lot of Need for Speed in their lives, now is your time to shine.
That really depends how old you go now. If you go for anything around most wanted,
all of it.
Yeah,
I mean, it will be hard for me.
So that's the thing. I grew up just competing with my brother on Need for Speed Underground, and basically we would play. Yeah, that's,
how old are you? 12?
Well, I was like 2.5 at that time, I think. No,
just imagine how many Need for Speeds there had been before that, before Underground 1. 5.
No. Well, I don't know.
There was the original Need for Speed which I played in the basement.
Maybe you don't want to give out too much information for your competitors when you can count any Need for Speed game. That's maybe a big mistake you're doing right now. Maybe one of the questions will be something.
What I bet on one of the question is, on the first Need for Speed title, what was the subtitle to it as it was presented by a different company?
Yeah.
Is it in there? Do I get bonus point if it's
okay, I have to change the script. Oh my god. No, let's see.
All right, go for it.
Okay, are you guys ready for some Need for Speed action? I hope so. Because we are starting with the first question. Alrighty, it's Need for Speed time. So every one of us played at least one Need for Speed title, I guess. Although I played Need for Speed on a friend's PC. And my first self-owned Need for Speed title was actually as well Need for Speed Underground. And we start with an easy question. What was the theme song called of Need for Speed Underground? Was it Lil Jon and East Side Boys with Get Low, Andy Hunter, The Wonders of You, Blindside with Swallow, or The Crystal Method with Born Too Slow?
And all of them had their Need for Speed titles, so I have to say that, because I just created a playlist with Need for Speed titles in December.
Wow. René is not talking to me, but he's still cheating. How is that possible?
Great.
Yeah, you're never talking.
It's basically like you go through my life. Love it.
Next up, René's private pictures.
Yeah. When did René take this selfie? Like, oh, fair not. Swallow, by the way, was a Blindside. Swallow was a great title as well. Born Too Slow was not really
all
my
of
style.
those songs are on Need for Speed Underground. They're from the official soundtrack, but only one is the official title theme.
Well, that's a good question to start with. I like that one. Yep. Joe does a good job here.
Thank you.
Clap, clap, clap.
And it's only a 20 points question, so...
Yeah, so don't even bother, Marvin. It's not enough to get back on me.
But I didn't have to guess this time, so that's good.
Oh, you know, that's good. That's good.
I know.
Can you also sing it?
I would refrain from doing that because we'd lose all the viewers.
Totally everyone. God.
It sounds...
Darius said in the chat, Underground on PS3 was one of the best. Which Underground was on PS3? Underground 2?
Wait. Underground on
because
PS.
the Underground 1 was PS2 era. And Underground 2 as well. Wasn't it? I think Most Wanted, which came after that, was also PS2. So, which Underground game did you play on?
The only theme song where half the lyrics are missing. True that. That's the weirdest thing. If you listen to music for Need for Speed and realize how much they butchered the songs. For example, Bullet for My Valentine, Hand of Blood.
Oh my god.
The version in Need for Speed
same.
is completely different to the actual version. So that's one of them. And can we then listen to in the background to what's the other one I found from Need for Speed again that I didn't listen for
No,
years?
we are not actually allowed to play any
I know.
songs in the stream.
LAX.
Hmm.
That was a good one.
There were a lot of great songs.
All Avenged Sevenfold, almost easy.
Oh, I love Avenged
Was-
Sevenfold. It's
was
one of my
also in
favorite
the-
bands.
You see? Undercover. Need for Speed Undercover. By the way, my car back then was one of the promotion cars for Need for Speed Undercover. That's how old I am, by the way, because I was allowed to drive a car there already. Because I had a red Nissan 200 SX with a CE 18 DET and GT28 turbo kit.
All
That
right.
was quite cool.
Just flexing on us with all your
Results
cars.
results are in, and everyone got that right. No surprise there. 20 points
That was easy.
for every one of you.
But we starting with easy questions again, right?
Yes.
So we always go with easy
It's
and then
again
we go up again.
a 20 points question. And I will add your points right now. It's 20
By
points
the
plus
way-
for the community.
We can quickly say that Yazo T-Buck, I know him because he does cool stuff in terms of Live for Speed. Imagine Lich King, that's new to me. Nathan, Kisho, that's Killian, and Dead Ash won the first gift cards. So congratulations.
Congrats. And
Yep,
the next
clap,
one
clap,
are
clap,
just
clap,
right
clap.
around the corner. We are already at 320 points from 500, so stick around and answer the questions to unlock
Next time will be
stage
harder.
2 of 4.
This time it's just an easy quiz to get everyone in. Next time will be a
Next
lot
time we
harder.
will have real hard questions.
But we will also have like a telephone joker. You can call someone.
All
Bonus
right.
points if you call a celebrity live.
Next question for 40 points. So many game studios tried their luck with the franchise already. Some with more success, others with less. But one rose out of Need for Speed and swapped genres into simulation racing games. So which famous racing game company has developed a Need for Speed part in its past? Is it Kuno Simulazioni, Slightly Mad Studios, Studio 397 or Codemasters? And I'll start the timer
I
on
just
there.
try to imagine I worked at Studio 397. How would it have been if we would have done a Need for Speed title?
Isn't it called Nesca?
My God.
Okay, I'm out of here. Bye.
Studio 397. That is not done by
Yeah,
Studio
they didn't do it,
397.
but you know what I mean.
Oh, you could have said the Grand Tour of the game.
Oh.
But that's also completely done by Studio 397. They just supported the work, so
Yeah.
it's not fair either. So I lock that one in because that should be simple as well. There's a problem with your question.
And that is?
One is like the other.
A little bit.
Ah,
A little bit.
Nowadays.
You see where I'm coming from?
but you see, this time it is actually a question where I can say I have recently researched something. You know, I've recently come across videos that talked about this. So
Marvin has a life as well.
Clicker's
So I'm
saying
not
it's
completely-
easy. Yeah, it's an easy question. It's only for
Yeah,
40
they all-
points.
It is easy. It is easy.
Maybe my questions are far too easy. Maybe. We'll
You're
see.
not
just
challenging our
assume-
community enough.
yeah, I think you just assume that our community doesn't watch the videos, the masterpieces we put out. You know, they,
The masterpieces.
should have asked,
Only
like-
meaning his own video he did on Project
Yeah,
Cars 3.
You should have asked
What?
something like, what was the 6th word used by Marvin in the second part of his Project Cars 3 video?
We should
Everyone
definitely
will
have
know.
like a overtake category in a future
Yeah,
version
that
of
would be
this.
fun.
I
That
think
would
so,
be
yeah.
fun. How long does Renee take in normally to iron his shirt before Nitro Nights? And how many other employees are helping?
it is not the hour; it is the day we're asking.
More than one day? That's why I'm always going to Berlin on Monday, so I can actually iron the shirt to be ready on Tuesday. Makes sense.
Till he wins. Exactly. How long has he had to do it? Till he
I
wins.
never win on ironing, and that's for sure. Not winning that one. Can try whatever I want, not winning that one.
Ah,
Right.
So one of the 4 answers has been locked in by the community. I will submit it now. And everyone has answered. And of course, everyone was right. It's B, Slightly Mad Studios, who did the Need for Speed Shift games 1 and 2.
So someone said D. That was Codemasters, right? Which kinda is right now.
Nowadays.
Yep. So
It would have been fun if I had swapped out Studio 397 for EA.
true. But there's also another side fact now for everyone. I hope I don't say that wrong, otherwise it will probably message me later. But Dom Doohan, who works at Studio 397, also worked on Shift. And he's also the founder of Team Redline. So there you go. That man is everywhere.
We did all of the things.
All of them.
Need for Speed, some simulation stuff, and esports. Crazy.
Crazy. No.
Just imagine Slightly Mad would have called, with the help of EA, the newest Project Cars Need for Speed Shift 3.
Oh, true. They could have. Oh, true.
No one would have said anything, I think.
Yeah, it would have been a banger.
Would have been fine. I just
Wow,
wonder
Need
if
for
it's
Speed
called
is a sim now! That's what happened.
Slightly Cody Studios. The new name, right?
Alright, the bar moved. We are now at 360 points for the community in total. 500 is the next stage to get some Steam gift cards. And if you want to participate, just type !Discord into the chat to come to our Discord server and get the role Quiz Night.
Yeah, if you got the role, then you can actually win gift cards. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind.
Or now I'm thinking of it. Codemasters.
Oh, true. Yeah. Instead of Slightly Cody Studio.
Slightly Cody Studios.
Slightly
Studio.
Cody
By the way,
Studio.
Marvin, did you
Slightly
look at the
Cody.
screen? I'm still leading.
Yeah. I wanted to look away, but you know.
It's like
It was
next
my
shot,
hope.
Marvin.
You're
Well,
only
no.
leading Marvin, but you're not leading the quiz.
Not the
Community is.
Yep. Community's better. But there's also way more brains to pick.
Yeah.
That's true.
So it's a lot more people. All right, let's do this.
All
What's up
right,
next?
next question. So,
Like-
do you guys still remember the early days of Need for Speed with Tournament Class A, Lambo versus Ferrari? Surely a blast. And many titles followed after that, some with the craziest names like Nitro, Shift, Pro Street, Most Wanted, Underground, Payback. But do you guys remember the name of Need for Speed 3? That's the next question. How was Need for Speed 3 called?
Does my question with what is the subtitle to the first Need for Speed come, or can I actually talk about it?
You can talk about it. It's
Okay, so
only
the
this
first-
one, which is pretty similar in its style.
So
But
the
let me just say the possible answers first. So is it A, Most Wanted, B, Porsche, C, Hot Pursuit, or D, Undercover? And now you can go and ramble.
Okay, so
about
the
Need for
first
Speed
one is called. The first Need for Speed is called Need for Speed, presented by Road and Track magazine. The second, I thought it was without a title in the beginning because I think it was Need for Speed 2 SE, which was the special edition that came out later, where you can actually drive a dinosaur and a bus if you got the cheat codes. And then 3
Don't
is
say
one
it.
of these, and then 4 would need to be like either 2 or 4 needs to be High Stakes, which I thought would be the name for 3, but it's not on this list, so so it's not.
So that's
Because there's
not
one
correct.
called High Stakes. Because I think for High Stakes, that was the first game where I built in Z modeler cars for Need for Speed, which fell in the direction of when the first Fast and Furious film came out. So
Oh, finally a question where René has to think about the answer. Yes.
no, I mean we all know it's not Undercover, which was also, by the way, one of the worst looking Need for Speeds in terms of the cars. Huge letdown. I will do a video about that. Why Need for Speed Undercover?
Why Need for Speed
I
Undercover
was
was
wrong
the
about it.
most
Marvin can
ugly
do that.
one.
Marvin. Marvin can do that. It's like
Why
easy.
Renee was wrong about Need for Speed Undercover.
Marvin can do that easy.
40 minutes video, why it's great.
Well, it's great.
Why the cars actually look great.
Oh, damn.
Please don't look into the chat. You guys know
I'm
the answers
so
on your own.
afraid that it is that just because I got it wrong. Because I don't know when the one with the manufacturer was actually on. That's like that's Need for Speed Porsche was a great title. A lot of fun with that one. But I can't place it within the cosmos of Need for Speed titles. It is older, yes.
I can give you a hint, it's an older one. But was it Need for Speed 3?
No, it was definitely not Need for Speed 3. There's no chance. Because I remember all the covers and intro videos, because that was the coolest part about Need for Speed. Like the great intro videos. And yeah, on the first games, they still did real-life videos with all the cars. Which meant like the Italo design car that probably no one ever saw in real life. They actually had it on videos, right? With this narrator that was talking about why the car was cool and interior shots. Absolutely loved that as a kid.
In 240p.
Can't do 40p. Basically in Game Boy Advance
Yes.
style.
Oh, I love the Game Boy Advance. Good times.
Oh, I just bought one, so.
Yeah, I know. I really have to
But with
get a
the new
Switch now with the new Pokemon game out. Seems like it's fun.
I didn't play that yet.
The Oborok one?
No. The new one.
Arceus.
Arceus.
Yeah. I'm currently playing through Shield, and then I still have to do Pearl, and then I can go to Arceus. So I'm a bit behind.
All right. So let's log in the community answer
Once again, look away.
and submit. And we have all the answers. And it's Hot Pursuit. Everybody got that right. Marvin, you're not cheating as well.
I am not cheating as well. I was fairly certain about that because my first game that I actually played of Need for Speed was Underground. But my brother would just constantly tell me about all the games he would previously play because he's 32 as well. So he would constantly tell me about it and being like, oh, this is shit and everything was better back then. So he sounded like a boomer when he was like 13 or something. But
So if I recall correctly, Porsche was the 4th game in the series.
So what was High Stakes then? Was that the second, and I just forgot that Need for Speed 2 already had a subtitle?
Yeah, maybe it's the 2nd. I don't know.
I'll Google that now. Give me a sec. Need for Speed High Stakes.
In the meanwhile, we'll look at the results. 60 points for everyone. And it's, at the moment, 100 points missing for Marvin.
Need for Speed Brennender Asphalt, by the way, was the German title.
Brennender Asphalt. Wow, that sounds epic.
give me a second. I'll have to grab a phone charger because I own an iPhone, and unfortunately, it has the battery.
You see, typical iPhone owner, quickly dropping. I get a phone charger. I'm on an iPhone.
But that's why the battery sucks. So
I can't find it here. Wait, we need to find what's the need.
What's the Need for Speed?
No, what's the Need for Speed? What are we looking for? List of games.
So, Lestat is saying High Stakes was after Hot Pursuit. So was it the 4th one then?
Wait, we're going back. So there's Need for Speed, the original Need for Speed by Road and Track. Then there was Need for Speed 2. It didn't have a subtitle. There we go. So I wasn't wrong. And then there was Need for Speed 3, Hot Pursuit, then Brennender Asphalt, and then Porsche. Not the 4th, the 5th
The
title.
5th. Alright.
Yeah, so Need for Speed Porsche was 2000.
Okay.
And
now, please close the wiki again.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
Because you
I'm not cheating. That
will
will
have an advantage otherwise. Alright, Marvin. Your phone is plugged in. You're still muted in Discord.
yeah, I just did the greatest joke ever, but no, never mind. Now it's not funny anymore.
Didn't work out. I'm sorry.
Didn't work out.
So the community is now at 420 points in total, which means the 100 points question, no, the 80 points question coming up next will be enough to reach stage number 2 and give you another round of raffles if you get that right.
Can I do it? Everyone get the roll, get the raffle in. Here we go.
All right, that gesture looked kind of strange, but let's move on.
That's exactly what I'm doing. That's fine. Looking strange.
All right, let's scroll down to the hard questions. The harder questions. Okay. So with Need for Speed Heat, EA released the 25th iteration of the franchise in 2019. And for now, the latest of today, with the iconic name Need for Speed. But in other parts of the world, NFS isn't even called NFS. Or at least it wasn't in the beginning. One country stepped out of line calling it Overdriven in the home market. But which country did that? So in which country is it called Overdriven? Here are the possible answers. Is it A, Brazil, B, Spain, C, France, or D, Japan?
First of all, great to see that someone just said here to confirm that the ads for OverTake GG are indeed working. Great. we will let the marketing guys know. Which country changed the NFS names to Overdriven? So, fun fact, we know that there are certain Need for Speed titles that never reached the European mainland. One of them was a special edition Need for Speed that was all about Nissan Skylines.
We are talking about the first Need for Speed that just had a different name
Oh,
in
the
another
first
country.
one.
It's the first one. It just wasn't called Need for Speed. It was called Overdriven. But in what country was that? In Brazil, in Spain, in France, or in Japan?
Marvin, do you know anything?
No.
Really?
I'm
No?
honest,
You would be
no.
guessing.
I'm current. What I would be guessing is probably So there's no like hardcore regime in here, so I can't even go with that and have a political angle. Maybe it's a translation thing from Western countries, so maybe
Yeah.
Japan.
I mean, I would go with Japan because I know that there had been specific Need for Speed titles for Japan at one point,
Yeah.
which is the Nissan Skyline version. Spain and France are both countries that tend to sometimes get their own changes in games due to language. Brazil would follow step with Spain because that's Spanish/Portuguese games.
It's basically, yeah.
So I wouldn't put it on Brazil nor Spain. But France, I would guess that I saw that it would be called Overdriven because someone would have mentioned that to me at one point as from the French players.
But I
think
don't think like a big title like something like Need for Speed or Overdriven would in the Western market have two different names. That's the thing that I'm just not that I just feel a little bit eerie about.
Then maybe
But
it's
I could be
Brazil.
totally wrong. Yeah, maybe it's Brazil.
Brazil is not Brazil is not European, that's true.
Yeah, true.
I mean, you can risk it. I will go with Japan.
Yeah, I think so as well.
All right.
I think the community
wait.
is...
If we get it wrong, we at least have someone in the chat already that thinks he knows why. That will be interesting. Not he knows why we are wrong. That's fairly simple because we don't know anything. But he knows why it was called differently. Don't know what to. I have no clue what to expect from today's quiz. Therefore I even bought a Zollstock.
Oh wow, you really came prepared.
Measure your points.
Yes. I don't know. It's like maybe I have to check like how long is a microphone or whatsoever.
Okay, the community voted. I will submit your answer.
They also went to Japan. Okay.
All went for Japan, and everybody was right. In Japan, they called it Overdriven.
And why?
I should have noted some trivia to all of that, but unfortunately,
you didn't.
I didn't. So.
So we need to rely on X Ross Davos X to tell us why.
Yeah, everybody wants to know why they called it Overdriven. Maybe there was already something like Need for Speed.
You think so? Like
Maybe.
a licensing issue because there was,
Could be.
which happened to Pokemon, right?
Yeah.
Like Pokemon's original name was Capsule Monsters, but Capsule was already used in a different title and therefore they got sued. So they changed that to pocket monsters. Next time, by the way, Pokemon quiz. We should, just for the lulz,
Would be cool.
in every quiz should have one category that we sometimes throw in, not in a row, that is completely different.
You guys did it. Stage 2 unlocked. Another round of raffles going live in just a second on our Discord server. So last chance to go to Discord. Exclamation mark Discord in the chat. And get yourself the quiz night roll to enter the raffle. Okay, you guys can Google why it was called Overdriven.
No, we don't have to.
We don't have to?
Chat, like, people in chat already said it. Glicko said, and Ross the Boss came in, basically saying it was due to the rise of street racing, which was Midnight Club, which made absolutely sense. I saw the documentaries about it, Bosuzuku and stuff like that, and therefore they banned the name to not support street racing.
Oh, okay, makes sense.
That depends on. For government, that makes sense. Yeah, kinda. In terms of games, I highly doubt that it made a lot of sense. But not questioning Japanese here. They do a lot of cool stuff and write stuff, so I don't know. Maybe they're
awesome
right
media, awesome animation.
True. They do a lot of awesome stuff. Awesome cars.
Awesome cars, awesome food. I love the Japanese culture.
I still want to go there. I missed the
too.
show in Tokyo back then on the world tour, and now I definitely want to go see Tokyo. And I want to do this initial detour you can do there. You know, like rent the cars and drive on the mountains and see all the locations from Initial D.
So we definitely need something to shoot in Japan and go as a trio.
Yes, we should just make something. I mean,
Yeah,
we made up the quiz night, right? Why should we not make
quiz
up
night in Japan?
The
Japanese
quiz night.
edition. Perfect.
We ask
and
random
we play it
strangers
in a
to
Japanese
raise
arcade.
questions.
We play it in a Japanese arcade.
Oh,
yeah.
That
We
would
do
be
it.
great.
We do it worse. We go back to the idea of do something like Schlag den Raab at Overtake, but we do it in Japan in the arcade and play different games. And for that,
René
one who
versus
gets voted-
Japanese guys.
no, we get someone from Europe to go with us on the trip.
Oh.
That we
If
can
he
film.
wins once, we give him a car.
And who's paying for that?
Uh,
Not me. That's for sure.
yeah,
All right, so the raffle is taking place right now on our Discord server, and I reset the points goal. So you will need double the points for stage 3. The last stage you can reach with points. Or basically not the last one, because the last stage is winning this quiz, which is looking good at the moment. You're leading with 480 points.
Yeah, we need to lead the community in the wrong direction, Marvin.
yeah,
If we
well,
wanna have a
Yeah, you have
chance
to
again.
mislead those guys.
that's the thing. We always talk about it like we're serious about. When you ask me like, what do you think? I should have just said, you know what? In Spanish, speed is called over.
Spidardo.
It's Spidardo. And then, I would have, went on a 20-minute tirade and everyone would have stopped listening. And then they would have, forget to vote, and then we would have actually.
You have to start play a little smarter, I think.
A little some.
By the way,
mind
next time, Joe, can we also get name text next to our pictures? Why do we not have that, by the way?
Yeah, yeah, maybe. I don't know where.
Every time I say Joe, people might get confused. I want to say Jonas because
Because of what?
it's not next to your camera shot. Same
Oh.
for Marvin. Same for me.
Yeah, but
Maybe
people
they
know
only
who we
know our
are. Do we
voice.
really need name tags? Everybody knows Marvin and
Everyone
René.
Everyone knows Joe and Marvin, and then they realize that the other
Yes,
random dude
some
must be
other guy.
Renee.
The old one is René. It's easy to point out.
But I dyed my hair. You don't see the green. You see it here again. Look at this.
Okay, let's go to the last question of the category, the Need for Speed, the 100 points question. So the
Bring it
name
on.
Need for Speed is something almost any person who comes in contact with racing games heard of. But the franchise is not as huge as Super Mario. Yeah, but people know it and love the ring the name has to it. But where did the phrase "I have the need for speed" actually came from? It was from a famous movie, but which one? René's all the time, "Oh, I know it."
No, that's like
I recently watched this movie.
You watched the movie? No.
Okay.
No.
So is it
So,
A, Con Air with Nicolas Cage? Is it B, Top Gun with Tom Cruise? Is it C, The Terminator with Arnold Schwarzenegger? Or is it D, Beverly Hills Cop with Eddie Murphy?
We all
those
know
is the
it's
right answer.
Beverly Hills Cop with Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, it's a good
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
Community, you should really lock in D.
I think so.
So
as
we
well.
got that behind us right now.
Great. No
definitely
explanation
Eddie
needed
Murphy.
anymore. It's been a good movie
Oh,
though.
we have Elvis in the chat. Hey, Elvis.
I watched all.
Not
Hey.
dead.
I watched all of these movies but
Still
one.
alive.
Which one
Our
didn't you
lives
watch?
kicking.
Con Air with Nicolas Cage? You should
No, I
definitely
didn't
do
watch
that.
Terminator.
Oh, you haven't seen Terminator? Really?
Me neither.
I saw a few parts of it. Didn't got into the universe at all. Didn't like it, and then never bothered.
All right.
So I watched a few of the newer ones. Didn't like them, so I never got around to watch the older one. So yes, definitely watched Con Air, obviously.
Such a great movie. One of my favorites.
Yes.
Of those
Although
80s action movies.
I mean, Nicolas Cage movies are in general quite good, as long as they're not called Ghost Rider.
Oh my god.
as a kid, Ghost Rider was okay, but
No, you can't say that.
I liked it
never
as a
liked it.
kid.
No, 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 either.
That's forbidden. What was the other one? What's the one where he can look into the future for like a
60
few
seconds.
minutes?
No.
That's gone in 60 seconds, man.
Gone
That's
60
the other.
seconds. But he doesn't mean that. You mean?
How was the film?
Isn't it,
Is
is it
it
about
next?
aliens or something?
No, the film was called 60 Seconds, where it can look like 1 minute into the future.
Yeah,
Yeah, the film, isn't it called 60 Seconds?
but it's gone. He also did the movie Gone in 60 Seconds, which
As
would be a
if-
bit weird.
Maybe.
He goes to the set. He's like, I already done this movie.
It's like, did you read your text, man? And he's like, what?
He's on the first scene and doing it, and hey, I already did that.
I'm really confused. Where's Eleanor? Where's Eleanor? It's like, where's the car? Wait.
The community is sold on one question.
Nicolas
one
Cage
answer.
movies.
So did you guys already answer?
Yep.
Yep, I did.
All right. then
Filmography. I'm looking into it right now.
I'm giving you a
What was
second,
the-
René.
Oh, did I not log in?
No, I'm giving you a second to
To look it up.
research. the
Wait. Con
Nick Cage
Air,
film.
Face Off. Face Off, by the way, was also good.
It's called
Uh,
Next. The Rock is
Neck. Oh, you
right.
see,
Yeah.
it was next.
called
8
Next.
millimeters, by the way, is
But
great
wasn't there
as well.
also a film called 60 Seconds with Nick Cage?
Yeah, Gone in 60 Seconds.
Gone in
Yeah.
60
Which is
seconds.
which is the car movie.
Right.
Yeah.
Which
Crazy.
You don't know what Gone in 60 Seconds.
I think he knows. I think everyone.
He
like,
must know.
every
Otherwise,
car guy knows, right?
otherwise
the
we have to
film
say
on,
goodbye.
Yeah, PSP UMD.
Wow. Then
Yeah.
you're
No
a real
way!
fan.
You got a
Then
movie
you're a
on,
real fan.
on
Yeah.
UMD?
Yeah, I have like 2
Damn.
or 3. I also have Spider-Man 2. Stuff like that. Yeah, it was cool time. Was my
I would-
favorite
Oh.
console, PSP.
PSP. I bought a ton. Since I started now to collect Pokemon items, I bought a ton of consoles. So I now own a 2DS, 2DS XL, new 2DS XL. Whatever you can buy in the Pokemon edition, I'm buying it. So just hit me up.
But I would keep those like PSP movies. I think those could be those
They would be
could
cool.
Maybe.
You're right. For especially for collectors or something. So
Yeah, I think so too.
We'll see about that.
D&D movie.
So
I
everyone,
had Need for Speed Most Wanted on PSP.
really?
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, me
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
Me
yeah.
too. I have it
Yep.
too.
Great.
Need for Speed Most Wanted.
I
5
think I still have
point
it.
something. Some strange numbers in the title. Yeah.
Even my dad texted me and said the movie is called Next.
So everyone got that right as well. 100 points to every one of you. So
Nice.
maybe my questions are just too easy.
They are. For the community, they are.
But
Way smarter than us.
we'll learn for the next one. So another 100 points to your total, and you're now at 600 points from 1000 for stage 3. And the leaderboard is untouched, basically, for the Need for Speed. There was no one
Really?
having a wrong answer in this category, was there?
Because every sim racer, as much as there's gatekeeping in sim racing,
Yeah.
kinda has a history in Need for Speed.
I think it's I think so. It's a must-have at the moment. You know, maybe in later generations now that could be different. But I think for people in their like 20s, 30s now, I think that's pretty much a must-have, right? Because You know, back on PS2 and stuff, everyone was playing that. Back
Yeah.
at my school, certainly everyone was like into it who slightly had connections to cars.
I switched to playing Need for Speed Underground 1 with a steering wheel then again from
Wow.
controller because there was a 1v1 ESL ladder for drag racing, and it was a lot easier to win those with a pedal set than with the joypad because you have to ref the right range, right?
Yeah.
By
You
the way,
don't have
next
to
time
steer at all.
Next time we should link our questions up to videos. For example, YouTube tells me, watch this video. Which sim racing game has the best force feedback? By OverTake.gg 10 months ago. So that should have been a question. People can look it up in a video.
All right, we move on to category number 3, V10 Magic. F1 in the early 2000s and late 90s. Let's see if there's a question that's not too easy for you guys.
And let us know in the comments section if you would love those categories to be mixed, because that's actually something we discussed.
Yeah.
Should we always keep like one category and go through with it, or should we next time mix categories and then back and forth? You know what I mean.
Okay, for the 20 points question, we of course have to start with Michael Schumacher. He dominated the early 2000s and won 5 championships straight from 2000 until 2004. Only in 2005 he couldn't defend his title because Ferrari was actually not really capable of bringing the Bridgestone tires up to temperature. Alonso was crowned youngest champion of all time back then, but on which place did Michael Schumacher finish the World Championship in 2005?
Oh.
Did he finish... give the program a second. Did he finish 2nd, 3rd, 4th, or 5th in the championship?
All right. So you told us already that Alonso was champion. Alonso was
Yes.
champion.
That's why
On-
first is not
Yeah. Okay.
On
okay.
there.
So Alonso at that point was racing for McLaren, Mercedes.
Renault.
Renault.
No, he got his title on Renault, not on.
He won both of his titles with Renault
Not Renault.
Oh.
in
Damn.
2005 and 6.
Okay, so who?
My
who was
favorite
the
time
second-
in F1. Woo!
Who was the second driver on the Renault then?
Fisichella.
Not good enough to beat Michael Schumacher, not even in a Ferrari, I would say.
He's not even a Bottas, I think.
Yeah, so who else was in there 2005?
So it's Barrichello,
Yeah.
and then
On the second Ferrari at that point, probably.
Yeah.
Or was it Eddie Irvine? No, Eddie Irvine
No,
was
no.
a stand-in back then.
Eddie
I
Irvine
don't-
was
I-
already
past
at...
that point. Yeah,
I think he was already gone in 2005.
To
he
Jaguar?
must have been.
To Jaguar. I know that Irvine
He was
came
at Jaguar,
back.
yes, but not in 2005.
Irvine came back as a stand-in for Schumacher when he had his big crash on Ferrari. I think that was Eddie Irvine. Came back. He even
Yeah,
that was
but-
a weird thing. He even came second in the championship or something like that. It was really awful.
What I really like is that this is a 20-point question, a really easy one, I thought, and now we are discussing this, and it's tricky for you. I like it. I like it. Maybe the V10 questions will be a bit trickier
no.
for you guys.
Yeah, they will be the ones killing me. That's for sure. Like I watched
Nice.
F1 back then, but I didn't remember. So
Yeah.
what was he
The
fighting?
community is
against
actually torn as well
Okay.
between two answers. It's not decided yet. So
Oh,
cast your
did
votes, guys.
Schumacher-
Cast your votes. It's important
Alonso?
now.
Schumacher had the chance at the championship in 2005, and Alonso took it off him, or was Schumacher not in the
That's the
top
question.
three anyway?
That's the
That's
question.
the question, right?
Oh, was that the first year of him being in Ferrari? Because Ferrari was awful then.
No, it was it would have been the 6th year of him winning a championship.
Oh, true. He already switched to Ferrari.
Yeah,
In the 90s, yeah. And we are talking about
I'm
2005.
I'm so old. For me, that's like, wait, what? There was no
That's
time
like
where
these years just mix in.
Yes, no, for real, for real.
Yeah.
It's like I didn't thought that in 2000 he'd switch, but
Yeah,
it's true.
but the thing is, I don't remember any other competitors. Probably Williams. I don't know if they're like if they
Not
have-
Jacques Villeneuve, that's for sure.
Yeah, no, not anymore.
Still undecided for the community. Guys, cast your votes. It's important now.
Al Unser Jr. came second that year. He was never racing in Formula 1, but... You know, El Anza Jr. even had his own racing game. El Anza Jr. Racing. That was the replacement for a proper F1 title back then, because there was an IndyCar title.
Did you guys already cast your votes?
I did.
I did.
But I had the trigger finger.
Yeah,
So.
so we're waiting on the community to close it out, but it seems like they're decided as well. So Killian's vote is out as well. Looking good.
My dad says third in the chat and already
no.
submitted.
Oh no.
I'm an idiot. He probably knows. He must know. He's a huge Michael Schumacher fan.
All right.
Oh my god.
So B is also the answer from the community. And it's
God.
B! And you guys were both wrong! Holy Schmidtmeyer! He
But
was
who was
third
second? Who-
behind
who was
Alonso and Kimi Räikkönen, of course.
Oh my god!
Räikkönen was by far the best driver on the grid, and he had by far the best car on the
worst-
grid.
But
But he
the
had
worst
so
luck,
many
right?
DNFs,
Engine problems.
engine
oh my
problems,
God, yes.
all the way in 2005 and 6. They had so many problems.
Fuck! I remember. I
Damn.
remember it.
But Kimi should have won the championship in those years.
Yes, true.
But Alonso did, because he was coole Katze. as we say
Tonight
in
I will
German.
not have the drink.
Crazy!
Damn.
I would never have thought that this this question would be so hard for you guys, but hey, there we go!
But he also thought the Need for Speed questions would be hard.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah,
So-
yeah, I did.
Damn.
Cool! Alrighty,
Oh, now
let's
we're
go
trading even more. Marvin,
to
we're
the
trading even
leaderboard.
more.
Good start.
There are 20 points for the community. I will add it to your total. 20 points, there you go. Save. And you're up to
Oh.
620 points in total.
Damn.
So many points. You're dead. Hör auf deinen Alten. That's really sweet.
Damn.
Yeah, he knows his stuff. But don't answer the... don't type the answers in the chat.
Yeah, you can discuss it, but we're not
Yeah.
typing it in the chat to avoid Marvin and me looking at it.
Yeah, for sure. Alright, that was question number 1. And from there it gets harder. Okay.
Harder, great.
In the
We're already done.
In the early 2000s, F1 was not only loud and exciting, no, the sport was also super colorful. Yellow teams with sharks on their nose, green teams with predatory cats painted on them, and orange teams that, despite their name, often lacked arrows on them. So, it's easy to get confused when teams started in F1 back then. So, we're talking about the year 2001. Which team was not part of F1 in 2001?
Are these all teams that came in later, or
These are teams that either are into teams in 2001 or are not. One of them was not part of the F1 2001 season. Wow, that was really hard for me. So was it A, Jordan Honda, B, Jaguar Cosworth, C, Benetton Renault, or D, Toyota? So which one of those teams was not part of F1 in 2001?
so?
For 40 points.
First of all, Marvin, do you know any about this?
I do think so, because I vividly remember, I used to love the liveries back then.
Okay.
So,
They are the best.
But the thing is, I'm not 100% sure on which team is in which year. So
give me a bit of background. What do you think?
yeah, no, bit of background. I know, the yellow Jordan. I remember that vividly. And
Oh, so wait. So
With the shark
the
nose?
liveries you talked about were actually from the year, because I was wondering if I can rule Jordan
No.
out.
I was talking about early 2000s liveries as a whole, not
Because
for
was
2001.
Jordan ever Jordan Honda? Because there was Bar Honda.
There was Bar Honda.
So when did Eddie Jordan sell?
But was there Bar
Jordan.
Honda in 2001? Or was there
Because
Jordan Honda? Or
didn't-
was there both? We don't know.
Didn't Jordan actually become Jaguar?
Maybe.
Or wait. What's with the
Maybe you're
team?
onto something, but maybe
What's
not.
with the white livery
But-
with the Scottish flag on it? Stewart Racing. Did Stewart buy Eddie Jordan's team back then?
This is great. I love it.
I mean, people.
I think-
We need to know, were people in 2001 disappointed by visiting an F1 circuit for a race because all the babes Eddie Jordan normally brought in weren't there anymore?
Yeah.
Then we know Jordan Honda was missing 2001.
So I say as much as I think one team of that came in at 2005. So I think we can.
Marvin
rule out
knows his
that-
stuff. Marvin
I
knows
think-
his stuff.
I
If
think
it's
that
2005, then I also decide for a team already because
But yeah,
Oh, maybe that was the hint that got Rene to the right answer.
fuck.
yeah, I think so.
I see that
Because
the community
that's-
is also sold on one of the answers, so we'll lock that one in for you guys. In just a second. Rene?
Toyota was the team obviously that built the facilities here in Cologne because I visited them, and they were around 2001, I think.
Okay.
With Sato and
Let's have a look. Oh.
come
So-
on!
So Sato was a Honda driver before he was a Toyota driver, but I don't think he was a Toyota.
There
driver,
was
he?
actually Bar Honda and Jordan Honda at the same time
Right,
in
yeah.
2001.
I thought Jaguar came in later.
Just a moment.
Toyota wasn't in 2001.
Jaguar was
Alright.
Jaguar was
Was
sold
until they got
2006, I guess.
to Red Bull, right?
Yeah.
Another
Or
wrong answer.
2007 or something like that.
Another wrong answer.
But Toyota came actually in 2005, which Marvin got correct. Cool.
I thought
I
that
Hey,
was-
my
I wish
questions
that
are
was
working.
Jaguar.
I'm so happy now.
I thought that was Jaguar, so I went with Jaguar.
I wish I would know more about the 2005 season.
Yeah, true. He's like no clue who actually became champion of all that, but Toyota.
give me the manufacturer history of fucking Toyota, and I'll
got
teach
it.
you on it. Yeah.
Marvin is slowly closing the gap.
Yep. Damn.
That will
Damn.
add
I think of the V10s I will lose.
another 40 points for the
I have
community. Just too strong for us. And they are up to 660 points from 1,000 for the next raffles. All right, are
By
you
the
guys
way,
ready
did
for
we-
more
did we-
F1 action?
By the way, did we tell people yet who got the last cards?
No,
By the way,
no.
I can tell you. This time they went to Colin Gembries, Michael, that's P1 TV, by the way. Noah Mossad, also someone that raced in our community nights. The community nights are now either quiz night or us during a tournament, but we do both per month. Don't worry. Nix and a pilot. Max.
Nix is one of my guys. Niklas, congrats.
Shibong,
No, he's playing the quiz. It's fair and square.
Shibong.
All right,
Alright.
so let's move on to the 60 points question, which is a tricky one. All right, so we already were talking about Jacques Villeneuve. Yeah, he was one of the most colorful personalities in his younger days when the V10 era in Formula 1 was slowly
Which hair
gaining
color
some
did he
momentum with his hair and stuff like that. In 1997, he won the World Championship in his Williams after being involved in a collision with Michael Schumacher that decided the title race in Jerez. But that was not the craziest thing that happened in Spain that weekend. What event, which has never happened since, occurred that weekend?
I was sure your question will be because you like Jerez. I was waiting for the question being, which track was this on? I was like, Jerez, easy. Turn one.
So, was it A, 3 drivers posted the exact same in fastest lap time in qualifying? Was it B, Villeneuve won the championship after starting the final race of the season from the last place? Or was it C, Schumacher got black flagged for the collision with Villeneuve but still finished the race thinking he actually won the title? So this is a bit of a trickier question with longer answers. Hope you
It's
guys
so weird
got it.
because you say tricky and I think, oh, I know the answer. But now I'm not sure anymore.
Yeah.
So was it A, 3 drivers posted the exact same qualifying time for P1? Or was it B, Villeneuve
back in
won
the
the
days-
championship after starting the final race of the season from
That-
last place? Or C, Schumacher got black flag for the collision with Villeneuve, but still finished the race thinking he actually won the title?
1997, there weren't even enough cars to actually be as fast so that they could all post the same lap time.
Yeah, and there's
But I
no
don't think
D
you can
this
be
time.
as-
No D this time.
There's no day. So Colin says he's 18 and he knows the answer.
Oh, well, then you're good. Then you're well informed, I guess.
I
Your
mean,
father's not sold on this question. He's saying it's lame.
give my father your biggest critique. when it
Thank
comes to
you.
quiz night.
Thank you.
Yeah, always supportive. No problem. So a 3 driver had fast lap in qualifying. That's possible.
Yeah.
Villeneuve won the title after starting last in the race? No, because we know that there was something happening between him and Schumacher. And I highly doubt that Villeneuve came from the last place. I submit.
So you're already
Yeah, I
giving
think
the
that's
answer
well.
to everybody?
Yeah. I think
Or do
everybody
you
knows it's
think?
us.
Are you misleading others?
I think everyone knows but me. Yeah, it's 100% D.
Yeah, Stargamer's right.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
knows it.
definitely. D is correct.
D is the correct answer. Okay, let's move on.
No one got points.
Oh, every F1 fan should know that. Okay. But many of the guys watching today weren't even born in
Yeah,
1997.
I want to say that we weren't born at that time.
I was born there, but I
neither.
wasn't watching F1. I was too young.
1997.
I started
I was-
watching F1 in 2002. That was my first year I watched.
Like, 2, 7. Yeah, I was just 9 years old.
So the vote is in.
No, it's 1997. I was way younger than that. I was only, no, 9 years. I'm really bad at math, especially when there's a camera on me. So, can someone calculate
Me
it
as
for
well.
me? I'm born 1988. Can someone quickly check that?
So all answers are in. And one got it wrong. Who was it? Marvin?
No.
No?
Yeah, I
Okay.
got it wrong.
You got it wrong. There actually was a race where Michael Schumacher got black flagged and finished the race
Yeah.
on the podium.
But it wasn't
But that
one.
wasn't that race. It was the
Yeah.
race where Jacques Villeneuve, Michael Schumacher, and Jacques' teammate
Amy Hill.
Heinz-Harald Frentzen
Yeah.
had the
Hey.
exact same time
Wow.
and all
Two Germans
finished
Yeah.
with the same time in qualifying. And Jacques Villeneuve got to start first because he was the championship leader.
So I think
Indeed.
I think I remember the scene from the documentary about Schumi. So or the race, and I didn't remember him being black flagged. So yeah, I ruled that out. And then the other thing is you got to think about it. It has never happened since. So I think it would have happened. It would have happened ever since that someone started from last due to like a penalty or like a mistake in qualifying and got world champion. You don't even need to win the race sometimes.
60 points go to the community, and Marvin actually overtook René. Now
Yeah,
ahead of him
not
with
surprised.
580 points to 560. So it's
surprised.
really, really close.
I knew
Exciting.
that this category will kill me. It's like I like the time, but I'm not Lewis McLeod. I'm not into all of these numbers. I just want to see a good race.
And Pedro is right. It was not the Spanish Grand Prix, it was the European Grand Prix, and I'm really sorry for that.
Yes. True. Jerez was always the Europe.
Your dad writes, "Are you really my son?"
Wow!
Getting
That one
roasted
hurts.
by my father
That one hurts.
live.
Okay, I would say let's continue with the 80 points question. Now we're getting to the big ones, the difficult ones.
But it'll be hard to catch the community at this point.
Man, I would already be happy if I could catch you again.
Speaking
Well-
of Heinz-Harald Frentzen, This
no.
one is a question about him. So with Michael Schumacher and later then Sebastian Vettel, Germany has two of the most successful Formula 1 drivers of all time. But in the early 2000s, there were actually many good F1 drivers representing the black, red and gold. One of them was fan favorite Heinz-Harald Frentzen, who often showed promise that he could be a potential world champion. In the end, a second place in the driver standings was the best he could do in the long
I knew
run.
that's already out.
But when and with car did he achieve that?
Oh.
That he finished second in the driver standings.
Oh, I know. I think I saw that in a documentary.
Oh, come on.
Nice.
What year was Frenzen's best?
Oh, what year? I thought you
Was
just want
it
to know
A,
the car.
1997
Oh, no.
Williams? Was it B, 1998 Williams? C, 1999 Jordan? Or 2000 Jordan? What was his best year in Formula 1?
I think
for
I know the
Heinz-Harald
car.
Frentzen?
I think I know the car.
Was it the
Although that
Williams
would
or the
be
Jordan? That's the question.
No, wait. He
God.
became vice champion
Once.
because something else happened that year, not because he was just better than everyone else on that car. So
Maybe that's a good hint. Maybe.
it,
What I can say as a hint is he had a phenomenal season in the Williams and one in the Jordan. But which one was his best? Where he
pretty
finished
sure.
second.
Pretty sure that on that one car he was never vice champion because there was no chance for him looking at the grid he was racing against those years. So it's just a question of which year exactly it is then.
Tricky questions for the V10 era. I like it. I'm super happy with the questions at the moment.
Marvin, do you know it? Like for
Oh,
sure.
I that's way out of my water. I don't really have a clue. I think I am sold on the team, but then I still have the problem of the year. And yeah, I think my memories kick in from 2002 on, or from 2001 onwards. So yeah,
So
I
many
would really
guys are
have to take a
saying
guess.
Jordan in the comments. Jordan question mark? 1999. But what was his best season? Was it really in a Jordan? Did he
No, we know
have
that
a good
on-
season in the Williams?
on Williams we had Jack Villeneuve taking one title. Before
Yeah.
that was Damon
He
Hill.
had
on
that in
car.
the question before.
Yes, and we know in 2001 Toyota did not join the grid.
No, they
That's
did
another
not.
thing we learned today. And 2000 Schumacher switched to a Ferrari, which was awful and kind of got him out of a spot to win a championship. So that would obviously speak for 2000 because Schumacher all of a sudden wasn't able to win.
So the community is set on one answer. Have you
I'm
guys
still
locked the
debating.
answer in?
No,
No?
not yet. I'm still
Alright.
debating.
I locked in.
It's okay. I'll lock in as well.
I can explain to you why I lock in against the thing I consider knowledge, because I think I remember watching the documentary of that year, and that would explain why I know it. I feel like it's the other one, but I went for that one.
Okay.
Okay, I will log in for the
That's the minute.
community.
No.
And there it goes.
Oh, come on!
Two said it was the 1999 Jordan, but it wasn't. It was
Yeah,
actually
I was sure it was a
1997 in the
Jordan.
Williams because Michael Schumacher got disqualified from the season after
Yeah.
the contact at Jerez we just had in the
Yeah.
last question.
But I thought it was later on with the crash, because
he
I
had
remember seeing
He had a superb season 1999 with the Jordan,
in Jordan.
but he
Yes.
was third in the end.
And both cars were super competitive. Like they were in the top 5 in Australia, which was the opening race.
They were also third in the Constructors' Championship at the end.
Yes.
The best year for this team ever. Until now.
Ah, that's why I went with it. I was like, I'm pretty sure it was on Jordan, because it would have been cool
Yeah,
for
me
Eddie
too.
Jordan to actually become vice champion, right? But that's how much you see, and I hate to say that for Heinz-Harald Frentzen, But in Germany, most people don't know. I would bet on that.
True.
Because he was only vice champion and Schumacher was the one bringing home title and stuff like that.
But he could have
just
been
no
a
one
champion,
remembers.
I think, with the right car. He was a really good driver.
but
Maybe
here's-
too
here's the-
sensitive
here's the thing.
sometimes, but
He's definitely quick.
he was quick.
Definitely. But was he as good on the wrong car as other people have been good on the wrong car? Probably not. Because if we always say like, oh, on the right car he would have become champion, yes, the many drivers on the
He
F1
managed
grid could have done.
to, I think, win races even with the Jordan.
Yeah, it was
Holy
a weird season. Like
smoke.
Jordan was really strong in 1999.
All right.
That's why I thought I'll go with that.
Another
So wait,
80 points
Marvin,
for the
you also
community. They are
Marvin
at-
was also wrong, right?
Yeah, he
well,
was also wrong. No points for you guys. So the tricky questions go to the community. 800 points in total. 200 points missing for goal number 4, and still plenty of questions left.
By the way, we still bow down to Heinz-Harald Frentzen. You know that every race driver nowadays has to have this Hans system. Mine is called Hans-Harald Frentzen. Due to that. I'm just missing
All right.
a sticker right now that says that. Hans-Harald Frentzen.
Okay, last question of the V10 era, and now we are, talking the big guns. This is the tricky one, or the trickiest one, and we are talking about the year 2003. It was also a super dominant year by Ferrari, and especially, of course, Michael Schumacher, even though Kimi Räikkönen was only 2 points short in the end after a spectacular season finale in Japan. But the most turbulent race of this year was in Brazil. The track was flooded by rain, there were crashes left and right, and years later an investigation found out that liquids containing soap have been washed out on one corner that led to crashes from Michael Schumacher, from Mark Webber, Fernando Alonso and others. The car that crossed the finish line first caught fire in Parc Fermé and then got relegated to the 11th place, only to secure the victory days after the Grand Prix due to an counting error by the stewards. So, who won in Brazil in 2003? You are lucky that you are giving some answers here. So, was it A, Giancarlo Fisichella in Jordan Ford? Was it B, Kimi Räikkönen in his McLaren Mercedes? Was it C, Heinz-Harald Frentzen in the Sauber Petronas? Or D, Jarno Trulli in the Renault? Who won in Brazil in 2003? And you're seeing Weber there, by the way, on the photo.
Yeah, so it's not giving anything.
After-
Yeah, that's a Jaguar.
After
That's a
crashing in this soap leaking corner.
Jaguar. Colin knows that too. Oh man.
He knows
I
everything.
don't know. Marvin?
Yep, I know it.
You know it!
I know it.
Damn, the 100 points question, and he just says
Okay,
no.
then talk me through the different options this time. Come on. I always
so
do that. Now it's up to you.
Oh, Marvin, don't
Why
do it.
should I?
Don't do it.
No. Why should I? I'll give you another hint, and then suddenly, But last time the hint didn't work. But this time I'll keep quiet. I'll keep quiet and keep to myself. But I know it, and I can tell you why I know it. Maybe that is some kind of explanation. So I vividly remember there was I think for the anniversary of F1, they did like a season recap for a lot of the seasons, and I just sprung through it and I let it play in the background and stuff because I thought it was really, really well made. And then it was removed from YouTube, obviously due to copyright problems, most likely. And when it was uploaded to like some shady third website, but because I like to have it on the background so much, I watched it and it kept on buffering, not on the Brazil race, but the race after that. So I had to go back and watch it a lot. So I think
And
I
that
know
should
it.
help me now that you had that buffering. Is like, what kind of help is that?
But it was actually in the next race where it was mentioned multiple times that due to the counting error, blah blah.
That actually not...
So, first of all, I can call out Joe here for multiple mistakes. I'm pretty sure that Giancarlo Fisichella is written wrong. And McLaren Mercedes is definitely written wrong. Jonas is like, what?
Yeah,
Did you
I'm
look
like,
it up?
what?
Look, McLaren Mercedes.
Maybe.
Maybe
Yeah,
you don't see the
Mercedes,
mistake
yeah,
there.
but
Maybe.
there's like one
Maybe.
E missing. To be fair.
Maybe.
Come on, guys.
Maybe it's time. Maybe it's part of the question.
Next time I will do a proofread.
Nah.
Oh no. Okay.
Yeah, we will never have a quiz again. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. Shut the thing
it.
down, folks.
Stop the count. Oh man, really? I mean, I would be happy for Jarno Trolli to win a race. Frentzen already had races, and I think in Sauber Petronas he was never lucky enough. But it would be one of the back markers that would be a fun story if they won. Kimi Räikkönen, I think. Wait! It was the car that was winning, and then caught fire. So it must have been a car that was.
The race was over and driving into Park Fermé, the car caught fire.
Yeah, but there's
So
no
one
Ferrari
more
on this
lap
track.
and this car would have been disqualified. So the community is ready to cast their vote. We'll do that for you guys.
I didn't do it yet.
We're still waiting for René's answer. What will he
I
go
wanted
for?
to
It's a
be
100
Jarno
points
Trolli.
question, so really important. And 1 minute left to answer. Oh, everyone answered, and everybody got it right. It was Giancarlo Fisichella in the Jordan Ford.
I just wanted to finally for Eddie Jordan to win something.
And there are actually pictures of that. Of course, there are pictures of that, but it's so crazy to see like the Jordan in flames standing there in the garage. And this is
But
the
it's
winner car. You have
it's
it
even
It must be
funnier.
great, yeah. Great machine, awesome build.
But it's really funny. At the next race or the race after that, they give him the trophy.
Yeah.
And then there's like, there's Eddie Jordan standing like right behind him, being like, yeah, give it to him. Come on, yeah, you deserve this. Like,
Oh, they were so
Uh,
sad when the steward said like, no,
know.
Fisichella was not in the same round as the others. He was one lap down, and then he got
oh no.
relegated to 11th. And John was already celebrating the win. And
Yeah,
then in the
that's
next
always
race,
shitty.
Kimi Räikkönen had to present the trophy
Yeah.
to Fisichella because Kimi Räikkönen actually had the victory in hands. And if you think about it, if he would have won this race, he would have been champion in 2003. So this was a really decisive moment for this campaign. All right. Here are the points. Everyone gets a big 100 a plus.
It doesn't help me to get back onto
Nope.
Marvin. Can we please go to a category where Marvin isn't as good?
We will talk about new racing games next, and only 100 points missing for our next raffle goal. So keep it up, guys. Category
maybe
Good for
5,
you, right?
We had so
new
many people
sim
coming
racing
in, right?
games. Are you guys ready
Jonas, do you want to explain once again how to do that?
to join our raffle?
Just in case, because I see Pedro Mellem just joined our Discord, Dean, guitarist.
Pedro
they know how
already
to-
did it right. He typed !Discord in our chat and joined our Discord server. And from there you have to get the role quiz night in our roles channel. I don't know how it's called.
It's the channel is called Get Your Rolls, and if you scroll all the way down, but you should normally not need to scroll. There's an overbot saying this message to get the quiz night roll.
Yeah, and then
just,
hit the thumbs up there and you get the
and then
role,
you're in.
and then you're automatically in the raffle for awesome Steam gift cards. I think they are 20 bucks each. So
I
Amazing.
think they're $10.
no,
each.
they're
No, no,
20
it was
because they weren't
20
10 bucks once.
Really?
Yeah.
But I approved 10.
Yeah, I sized it a bit down. It's okay.
Welcome to OverTake. Like, look at us,
I
guys.
changed
we're
your
the nice
ruling.
guys. We're the nice guys to the community. It's not like, oh, we can't do that, we do less. It's like, oh, really? They don't have that? I'll give them 10 more.
Yeah, come on, we buy the 20 ones. It's okay. That's how it happened.
Yeah, for Marvin, what's the best title
All right.
for the card series?
Let's start with new sim racing games, and we are talking again about Slightly Mad Studios. They already did quite a lot of games on the Madness engine already. Like we already were talking about Need for Speed Shift and Project Cars and stuff like that. But they're not the only ones working on the Madness engine. So, which of the following sim racing games was built on the Madness engine? Pretty easy one to get into. 20 points will be awarded for this one. Which of the following sim racing games was built on the Madness engine? Was it GT Sport, Assetto Corsa Competizione, R-Factor 2 or Automobilista 2? Easy question to start the category. 20 points.
Not even saying anything about this. Whoever says that GT Sport is built on the Madness engine is mad.
Who knows?
And I know someone that was heavily blamed by the community for doing the joke of, oh, this game is built on the Madness engine.
Oh, I am fired?
Hello? Fired? Yeah, all right. Bye.
And I'm fired as well because I got the $20 gift cards.
Yeah.
So next time around it's only Marvin because he's doing such a great job on videos.
Hello, guys.
Yeah. For the Project Cars 3 videos. Like, yep, we keep that Marvin guy, get rid of the other two. They're awful.
You're promoted to Quizmaster and player.
Yes.
Yep. And by the way, you're also product manager now, and
Yeah, that's not
video
cool
team
anymore.
lead,
Come on.
And
Come on,
Drip
guys.
Master because of the
Yeah.
SpongeBob shirt.
Yeah.
I wanted to put it on, but I thought it would be better when I'm actually Quizmaster. So
Okay, I guess this one is really easy.
That's super easy.
Next time we go with more tricky questions. So I think the the V10 questions were at a sweet spot, I think. But yeah. Okay, I'll lock in the answer for the community because it's so easy. Of course, it's Automobilista 2. One of my favorite racing games. I like it really much since the newest update, or the last bigger update. It actually got updated just a few hours ago with Road America.
The addition part to the USA DLC.
Yes.
By the way, R-Factor 2 also just announced today that they get the new IndyCar, right? What a surprise, because they need the IndyCars for the license and the esports, but...
And they had the IndyCar in the new UI implemented. You could already see it there. People were saying, yeah, wow, what a surprise. Okay, 20 points for everyone. Just quickly
Don't need to
type
catch
that
up to
in.
Marvin.
Maybe you never will.
Story of my life.
Okay, and I will just continue with the next question. So this one is again one with a screenshot. And screenshots in games are also a big passion of mine. I think you have seen some of my pictures I did in Assetto Corsa. And some of those creations, they look almost photorealistic, which makes it sometimes pretty hard to determine what game you're looking at. So speaking of that, what game is that screenshot from? So at what game are we looking in just a moment? Sorry for you guys out there that the picture's most likely a little bit small. But from what game is this picture? Is
that's
it
actually
A,
a great question.
Assetto Corsa? Is it B, iRacing, C, R-Factor 2, or D, Assetto Corsa Competizione? One of them is correct. The other three are misleading.
So since it's a high definition picture, it's probably not iRacing.
I wanted to ask,
Probably.
is that a screenshot that where you used your NVIDIA whatever shader trick that you showed in one of the OverTake videos? Because then it could be.
Could be. Could be.
So is this an original screenshot, no editing, or do you even know? Did
No,
you do
there
this
was editing done on this screenshot.
There was editing done.
Yeah. Because all good screenshots are edited.
Don't trust the screenshot I have not edited.
Stargamer saying the champions have an advantage. So the people from my community, because we're doing a lot of screenshots. And I really love screenshot making, especially in Assetto Corsa. There's so many great tools to do awesome screenshots in there.
So we know that the car exists in
Real life,
all
yeah.
of in all of these
It's
games.
a Ferrari.
But Assetto Corsa. Correct?
This car's also an Assetto Corsa. All cars are an Assetto Corsa. Mods.
Yeah, but oh wait, this could also be a modded
This
car.
could
Yeah.
also be a mod.
course.
Of course. You have to find out by looking at it and saying, oh, what graphics engine is that?
Is that is a livery that's part of the base game or not?
I don't know. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe you need something to install
you
it.
know
Maybe
the
it's in the
asking?
base game.
Is
Maybe
it
it
a
even
livery that
says
is
the
in-
game name on the livery somewhere. I don't know. Maybe.
Oh no.
Maybe not. Maybe that's also misleading you. Community is torn, but they have a front runner. So please place your votes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will vote as well for the community.
What did the community go for?
All votes are in, and one was wrong. Somebody said of course it was Marvin,
Yeah,
was it?
me.
Oh, no, it's an
Yes!
iRacing screenshot, and it's actually from that video I did. How to make iRacing look awesome.
And there's
Oh
just
my
one way
God.
of me telling it. I mean, I know wheels
Yeah.
could normally give it away, but that's the tarmac. It's typical iRacing tarmac
Yes.
in terms of the balance
Yeah.
from light to dark. That's the
And
only because I was like,
the cool
it
thing
doesn't
is
have normal logos and stuff like that.
the livery is actually from trading paints,
Yeah.
paints,
Paint,
not
yeah.
pants,
Trading
trading paints, and it's a livery from ACC.
Yeah.
And it also says ACC on it. So there's Assetto Corsa Competizione logo and stuff like that on the picture.
I knew that it wasn't ACC because that's not their, like, even with shaders and all that, this is not their typical balance.
Yeah.
And it was just the tarmac that gave it away for me. It could have been Alpha 2, but same here. Tarmac looks different. So
Ooh,
I didn't give it-
and René is
Yeah.
back on place
Yes.
number 2 with 40 points there.
So the thing is, I even have a screenshot of Joe and a Ferrari Testarossa as my desktop background.
That's from Assetto
And-
Corsa.
but
wait,
that's from
can I
Assetto
quickly
Corsa.
ask you? Oh, you have a screenshot
Yes.
that Joe made. I understood.
Yeah.
I have a screenshot of Joe next to a Ferrari as my desktop background,
Sitting
and
in
I
it.
was like, wait, what?
Of course he has that.
Oh, you do
Why
not have a
not?
screenshot of me on your desktop.
Oh wow.
Guys, getting really
Send-
close to
send me
the next raffle stage. Next question is for 60 points. So with the next question, you can unlock stage number 3. All right, are you guys ready for the 60 points question?
Born ready.
Perfect. So, speaking of iRacing, the game launched in 2008, but is still one of the most played sim racing titles out there, and that despite the humongous prizes. But anyhow, in iRacing, any track in the game is laser scanned, and there's a huge selection from all over the world. But which of the following tracks is not in iRacing? So, iRacing question for all of you guys out there. Let's see how many hours René and Marvin have put in iRacing. I know for a fact that René plays a lot of NASCAR in iRacing. So the possible answers are A. Hungaroring, B. Circuit Gilles Villeneuve, C. Phillip Island, or D. the Circuit Paul Ricard.
Marvin, do you know that feeling when you think like, yep, all of them are not in iRacing?
But it's actually only one.
That was good. That got me.
I look at it, it's like, yep, none of them is in iRacing.
Well, I personally I know two of them. I'm divided on two of the answers.
Finally.
But I know what you mean.
E. All
Man,
of the
we
above.
We did, we did an article on Overtake on these tracks are missing
Should be, yeah.
for F1 in iRacing.
Okay, maybe Phillip Island is not the right track for F1.
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe
definitely.
not.
Definitely. Phillip Island is probably a V8 supercars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
MotoGP as well.
Yeah, MotoGP. Yeah, but that isn't in iRacing.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Good
Circuit
point.
Gilmanov, that's Montreal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which wasn't in game for ages, actually, because it's not really raced anymore. Hungaroring, normally one of the tracks, I would say, not in iRacing, because it's not US based.
True.
And Circuit Paul Ricard, I mean, everyone can do a parking lot. So
Ooh.
it's
my
in
God.
Assetto Corsa Competizione, obviously.
It is.
It's not in R Factor 2. It's not in AC.
Isn't it in R Factor 2 with mods?
If we always consider mods, man, then everything is in every game. Can we stick to base content?
Bikini Bottom Raceway is it's coming to AC. So I think I'll submit my answer. I think I'm decided.
Ever see someone race in iRacing on Paul Ricard? How long you didn't play iRacing? The problem is I completely stopped playing circuit on iRacing. First I was doing a bit of rallycross and then I switched to NASCAR only. Because I can't be bothered learning the tracks all the time. So I just want to have a bit of fun in iRacing.
The community decided. I will lock this one in.
It must be that. Because really, I can't imagine it. Can't remember a single video that showed Paul Ricard.
And everybody got that right as well. It's Paul Ricard.
But I'm also surprised Hungaroring. That would have been my second option. Phillip Island, I was pretty sure that the V8s. Genuinely enough, because they probably picked that up early on. But Hungaroring...
I don't
when
know
was
how
that
long it's in the game, but it definitely is. So I
Yeah.
played already
Yeah.
Hungaroring.
So when I did the
iRacing.
price, price check video, I looked through most of the tracks and I remembered like Hungaroring and Montreal, but Phillip Island and Paul Ricard I didn't remember. But you talked so much about it. I was like, yeah, maybe he gives me a hint this time.
And as you can see, the community reached goal number 3 and is now over 1,000 points. So the next round of raffles is unlocked. So check out our Discord server, !Discord in the chat, and get yourself the quiz night role on the Discord server so you are automatically entered into the raffle. So last chance to get some
Raffle. A raffle is something
raffle.
else.
A rifle.
Oh,
Now we go
wow.
race,
You
man.
can win a rifle. Yeehaw! Talking about iRacing. Let's do something
Welcome to
American.
Overtake US edition.
We're sitting here with rifles. Let's do a rifle.
What was 4 months ago that they brought in Hungaroring? Yeah, I think I remembered something in consideration with the TCR cars. That's why I thought Hungaroring is in there.
So,
Oh, eBay just told me that Pokemon Golden Edition is now cheaper. Sorry guys, I have to quit. Okay, keep going.
all right. Regarding the points goal, you've reached every goal except one. The last goal is to beat those guys, but you're on your way, I would say. So we'll get rid of the goal now. Maybe put the command style a little bit lower. Whoop. There we go. Let's see who wins the third round of Steam cards. Alrighty, let's move on to the trickier questions of this category, the 80 question.
By the way, we know who got the gift cards.
Oh, we know already?
Yeah, you can look it up.
Wow,
So
that
this
was
time
super
it's
fast.
Pedro Melim, Irony99, Guido Fucarelli, Stargamer, Massimo, Gonzalo, Pilot Max, Yazzle T-Buck a second time, Nathan a second time, and Dead Ash.
Congratulations. Stargamer again, someone from my community. Yes.
They all have a good evening. They all go home with way more money than we make a month.
True. What we make a year. Oh, I already pressed on go. I'm sorry. So next question is coming up. We are spicing things up. In Assetto Corsa Competizione, GT4 racing was a pleasant surprise when the DLC dropped in 2020. The pack included many of the cars we already adored in the GT3 class, like the AMG, Audi or Aston Martin. But there are also some completely new cars, only to be found in the GT4 class. However, a car from this pack is different than all others, as it does not have traction control and ABS. Which car is it? Is it the Ginetta? Is it the KTM? Is it the Alpine or the Maserati?
Easy, submitted already. Because I drove that car in an event.
That's not
It's
fair.
a cool one. It's
Yeah,
a really
that's
cool
not
one.
fair.
Marvin
You
has
know,
to think
Marvin,
about
you know
it.
which one?
I have to think about it for a second, but I'm thinking back to it when I talked to Jardy about ACC. He mentioned he must have mentioned that.
For sure.
So I have to think about it for a little bit. Maybe I have a hunch that could be.
So Yasso is saying F, I can't do this.
Quickly to answering to Stevie. Stevie's asking, do you have to get all questions right to win? No, the community vote is always based on what you guys voted as the highest answer, and that's what we lock in for you. So that goes towards the goal. And if the goal is reached, the bot will just get names out of the box, basically, from everyone who has the role, the quiz night role, and on our Discord. So even if you were wrong, you still have a chance to win. It's the community needs to be right, basically, to get the community goal.
And the last goal is to win the quiz.
Which is looking quite good, actually.
Yeah.
It is. So cast your votes.
But you said you drove it in an event, right? Which event was it?
A GT4 event.
Tell you, I can tell you that I did a bit of GT4 driving in ACC. A lot with Aiden, bro, who is a very good driver on a specific UK car that we raced.
Okay, I don't think I'm getting anywhere with it. I'm just submitting.
You already submitted?
Did you submit?
It's
Okay,
still
because
pretty
the car I was
close.
talking about was not the right one.
It's still pretty close for the community. So we'll wait just a few seconds longer. Oh no, we aren't. Okay, so the community vote is closed as well. I will log in their answer
KTM
and submit.
crossbow.
No.
And it's the Maserati, not the crossbow.
I was hinting the Ginetta, by the way, Marvin. No clue where the KTM was coming for
Yeah,
either.
I didn't even listen to you. I just wanted to you know.
KTM is Spanish.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't really listen to you. I'm honest.
Well, the Maserati's a great car, but yeah, there's absolutely
Fuck
no
me.
assists on
Yeah,
it.
no assist is super hard to drive in
And I had
ACC.
someone in that championship that drove the Maserati against me, and he was so good, man. I was always behind him, chasing with the Ginetta. I was like, how can he even do that? Drifting all over the place.
I tried to drive the Maserati so many times, but I'm always spinning out on Eau Rouge, and then I'm like, let's take another car. Because I like the
Just
sound and the
patience.
look of it. It's a great car.
Patience is completely overrated.
Yeah, it is. When you're in an online race and it starts in like 5 minutes, okay, let's take another car. Here are the results. And René is pulling away, I would say. Pulling away.
I didn't expect
860
that I
points.
could call on this, actually. It's Austrian. Oh, true. Why was I thinking... What was the Spanish... Was it Husqvarna? The Spanish? Like motocross stuff?
I don't
Because
know.
KTM is right. Pedro is absolutely right. They're Austrian. That was a mistake made by me. Was it Husqvarna then?
The battle
Also,
box.
nope.
I call it.
Seat is Spanish. Yeah, that one.
All right.
Good one.
So next up is
HRP.
the 100 points question. And of course, we have to talk about my favorite sim racing game. And that's Assetto Corsa. But first I have to restart the playlist because we listen to every
Swedish.
song.
Never knew. Squana Swedish.
All right, let's talk about Assetto Corsa. It's still one of the most played sim racing games out there, peaking more than 10k players on Steam alone in the last 30 days. So the biggest reason for that success is of course the ingenious mod support it has, enabling players to drive where and whatever they want. And one of the most important mods out there brought a full 24-hour day and night cycle to the game, where you can even look for planets or the ISS on the night sky. But how is this revolutionizing mod called?
Marvin knows. He's smiling.
Do I?
I know.
You do?
Of course.
You're
Is
not
it
kidding me,
called-
right?
I
A-
hung out a lot with Kunos, so I
Luna?
know which mod it is.
Is it called B, Sol? Is it called C, Calum? Or D, Astra?
The good thing is, even if I would be wrong on this, Marvin, you would just tie it up with
Yeah, that's-
100
I'm-
points.
Yeah. I shouldn't have let. I should have just, getting a little bit. I should have read a little more about ACC, I guess, or play it a little more, maybe. Oh my god.
But this is not
Yeah, I mean,
ACC.
Joe-
We are talking
Joe
about
says-
Assetto Corsa.
I know, but for the previous question.
Okay.
Joe talks about it so often. Kind of
That's true.
harsh that you don't know yet. That's a super
Okay.
easy one. Super easy.
I really
think you
didn't know
know.
how to categorize
really
this.
know.
If this was a hard question or not. Because
Well, it
people
really
who are
depends.
not modding Assetto Corsa don't know. They don't
Yeah,
know.
true. And it's also not easy.
The peeps in the chat definitely know it.
Why is it E
Seems
customer
like-
shader pack? It's also right, probably. It's also right.
The custom
it's not
shader
the one that
pack,
brought- Yeah, it's not. It's not what
like
brought the
Pokemon packs.
It's like Pokemon cards.
Yeah. Custom shaders. Pack. Not patch, pack. Happens. I'm having typos all the time. Not in any quizzes you know of, but I have them all the time. F content manager. Colin doesn't seem like it. There were also already some answer for the other options. New OverTake merch. This one, actually not. This one is from Hero's Journey. It was from Hero's Journey, from the shoot.
But we're working
And I
on
got it in the
new
end.
Overtake merch.
Yeah.
So
OverTake
there might be new merch.
would be so cool.
Working on it. Yeah, I saw a few examples already, and we have a call about that tomorrow. Or Friday.
Perfect. Okay, so the community has voted. And I'll submit. Everyone has answered. And of course it's Sol. Everybody knew this one was too easy, especially for 100 points. But hey, I'm learning here. First time as a quiz master.
I was hoping for, if Marvin got that wrong, it would have been a massive
Yeah.
advantage.
Landslide.
Like
Landslide.
200 points would have been great.
Yeah, I couldn't have gotten it probably.
So it
But
remains a 100 point gap between you two.
I'm on your heels, man.
And
Oh,
we'll move
definitely
on to the last category of today, which is the bonus round about track knowledge. These are
There's only
not
one
so
track, no Schleifer.
These are not so story heavy questions, but rather
Facts based.
yeah,
Right?
basically track facts and how well do you know your tracks. And we'll start with question number 1 for 20 points. And the question is, tell the name of the corner you can see in this picture. Is it A, La Sauce, B, Bruxelles, C, Eau Rouge, or D, Blanchiment? That's a
By moderate age,
real easy one. Real easy one.
Killian always says that because he knows exactly that's the sign he has to turn in. Turning in point for one of the Nordschleife corners.
Ashley got it right. Turn left.
Yeah, but I don't think there's too much to talk about here, right?
Yeah, especially since he uses an old picture as well. Doesn't even look like that.
True, not anymore. You could have, should have used one of the construction site at the moment there.
Yeah.
Would have been trickier.
I don't think that would have made it trickier. I
But
don't
this
think
is
so.
impossible. So it's a 100% question at the moment for the community. Everybody knows that. So
Yeah.
I will submit. Because they know, you know, it's of course Eau Rouge. The red water.
Make it harder next time for the community. Way too good.
Stargamer saying, that's radio? Actually, no. Radio is the part on top. Eau Rouge is the
Yeah.
part down there, which was in the
The left,
picture.
the left kink.
So,
But it's the meme. It's the meme that's saying. But that's
yeah,
radio.
that's really a meme. All right.
Next one. Come on.
And the quiz continues like this for 40 points. And the question is, what's the name of this corner? Oh, wait a second. Here are the points.
Don't see it yet.
Nothing changed. So let's move on. What's the name of this corner? 5 seconds. So you can see the picture is a
Oh,
little bit trickier.
Okay.
Is it A, 110R? Is it B, 125L? Is it C, 130R? Or is it D, 150R? What's the
Flashback
name
to-
of this corner?
Flashback to 10th grade math.
The
being
hint I
like,
can give you is that the track we are searching for is Suzuka.
I think both exist, right? The 110R and the 150R?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Shit, I might lose here.
It's a 40 points question,
Damn.
so not that hard. Will get trickier after that, I promise. But it's the bonus round, so these are basically bonus points. Next time around, I will definitely make the questions harder. Way harder! When it's my turn again to be the quizmaster. Technically, it's called track invalidated. Lap invalidated. Out of track limits. You're right. It's an XR League track. That's true as well.
I just submitted something. I'm probably wrong here. I'm not good in corner names.
You're not?
I can
You're
tell you how to
bluffing.
drive
You're
these,
bluffing.
which gear.
You knew
No,
Eau
no
Rouge?
joke. No joke. Yeah, but no joke. I couldn't care less about.
Oh,
Cool
you
name.
will like the 100 points question then.
Oh dear. It's like I'm okay with telling you which gear and what you need to look out for in which car, but
Okay, I think the community knows. So let's submit that. Everyone has answered and everyone got that right. It's 130R. Perfect. No discussion about that. So it's still a 100 point lead. And the air is getting thin for Marvin. Only 3 questions left today.
I like the new tactic from Renee. I don't give a shit.
no, really, that was me guessing. I heard a few of these names, and I
Well-
know that Suzuka has these names,
Yeah.
and I was like, I think it's 130R, but that was really not.
But
correct.
but to be fair, I've had quite the luck in the first category, so you know, you go ahead now.
Yeah, and I didn't have any luck in the Formula One.
Yeah, that's true.
So-
That's true.
You should
Okay.
be leading by now.
So we were looking at corner names or corners just a few seconds ago. So now let's look at a complete track. Which track can be seen in the following picture? I think that one is a little bit trickier. So is it... Oh, we are missing A, B, C, and D. I'm sorry for that. Is it A, Portimao, B, Estoril, C, Valencia, or D, Bahrain? Which track is that? I hope you guys can see it all right. It's a little bit unfortunate with the black on gray.
The bad thing is, the first that comes to mind when you see such a shape is always Catalonia. But it isn't Catalonia.
But you're right. You're right. It has this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really, Catalonia was the first
Yeah.
track
It came
that
to my
entered your
mind.
mind?
No, no.
Wow.
I knew it wasn't Catalonia, but
Yeah.
it came to my mind. It
The
was an
shape is
association
just-
made.
Yeah, the shape is just very Catalonia-like.
Yeah.
But it
I
is.
don't see it.
I know that I can exclude one. Yep. The other ones I didn't drove lately. That's the problem here. Especially Estoril, I didn't had in any game for probably since Microprose Grand Prix 4 or something like that.
It's poor man's Catalonia.
But at least people get that it looks like Barcelona. Yeah, it does. But if that's a hint, it's poor man's Catalonia, then there's another choose.
I also like the hint MotoGP drives on this track, because MotoGP is actually driving on all of those tracks, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Pedro raced there in the GT Academy finals in 2014. When did I travel with the GT Academy? But we had been in Silverstone for the European final. Did they ever go to Portimao? Did they?
60 points.
Did you choose this
question?
track because it recently got added to the World Endurance Championship calendar?
No.
Did you knew it?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'll look into
I know
it.
what you're talking about, but that's not the reason for this question.
Okay, I locked it.
Yeah, I locked in as well.
Okay, I think the community has settled for one answer as well, so I will lock that in. 2. Let's submit. And... Oh! René was wrong! Marvin, comeback of the year. So the community and Marvin were right. It's Estoril,
Estoril.
which is in Automobilista 2.
I thought it might be like if when someone said poor man's Catalonia, I thought about Valencia, obviously.
And
But I
Yasu
think-
saying, no way! So when I see the shape of the track from Estoril, I always think, is it Portimao or Estoril?
Yeah.
And that's why I chose it, because they're so similar in the layout from
Yeah, they're very similar.
the
Yes,
drawing
choose
at least.
Valencia too. Yes, because I obviously play F1 2021, so I was like, it's not Bahrain because the first chicane doesn't fit.
Yeah.
Right.
I was like, okay, that was out of question for me. And Estoril, the problem is I didn't have any track map in front of my eyes for Estoril because it didn't sort for ages. So in Valencia.
I just think it didn't fit the other things, and we had the Dream Team series on Portimao, which I had to look at the track map quite a while.
Ah, true.
So that's why I remember. But you could be deceived because the last chicane is like this long turn as well.
The gap shrinks to 40 points. Marvin is still in the hunt for
Two
this.
questions still?
Two questions
Two
left.
questions.
And
Oh
the next
God,
one
if I got
is
anything
one
wrong.
that René most likely knows, because it's about his favorite track.
Oh well.
Now I do it wrong. Just wait for it.
We are talking about, of course, the Nordschleife. And the question is, how many turns does the Nordschleife have
Oh
without
my
the Grand
God.
Prix track? So just the Nordschleife.
Oh.
Is it
Oh
59,
my god.
B 68, C 70, or D 73? How many turns does the Nordschleife have? For 80 points. Second to last question of the day. And it's only a 40 points differential between René
Boys,
and Marvin.
I got this. Give me a second.
Look out of the
He will
window.
count it on his poster on the wall.
I have to say, since I'm not really studying a lot of numbers, as I said, I don't know. So we'll just try that out now. So,
That's great. That's great.
Oh,
Okay.
That's actually
so it's coming across T13. It's now called Savina Schmidt's corner. That's a left-hander. 1. Question is if that slide kick right is a real corner. I guess not. Then there's 4th gear, nearly flat out in our car's right-hander. That's 2. Slight left kink, that isn't 1. Then it's the first chicane, that's 3, 4. Then it's Hudson-Bach, 6, 7, 8. Down to the first straight, which is 9. Then we are at Flugplatz. Up Flugplatz. That is all out, flat, lift, right. That's 10, right?
Lestat, he's already doing that.
10, and then all the way down. None of that is a corner. Schwedenkreuz, 11. Arenberg.
You should count in your head. Maybe you're giving too
12.
much away.
No, let him continue. I welcome him. It's very impressive. You're the quiz master. Stay out of this matter, okay?
I have no say in that. Okay.
You have
12
no
from
say in that.
Arenberg. Down. Oh god, what's with all those little left, right, and foxhole? I have no clue. If
I
that's
took the
actually
number
considered
from
a
the
corner.
official website, so
So that's down foxhole, 6th gear, tap to 5th, but only on cars with shifter pedal, otherwise they're in 6th. Over it, that's 13. 14. Into
let's come to
our
a
force,
conclusion,
15,
guys.
16.
What's
It's
the
either.
answer?
I think it's either a lot. Oh my god.
He
Damn,
can't
that's
drive
another
the
two.
Nordschleife in 3 minutes.
No,
That's
I
impossible.
can't. Not in my head, because I do it in the same speed as I
Yeah,
would do it in
you
real life.
do. But there are only 2 minutes 20 left at most.
Right.
But
Right, left. Right, left. Slightly right. Now, the problem is all the kinks. Well, I don't know if that's corners on the official thing.
that's the tricky part about that. Okay, let's log in
Okay.
the answer of the community.
Yeah, well, I need to look in then.
Submit.
Yeah, submit.
Everyone has answered, and oh, everyone got it right! Everyone got it right! It's D73. Good job, guys. So it's coming down to the wire. Last question decides, and this one is... I like
No.
it.
So my thought process was just that it didn't seem a lot like the first 2, and I was like, oh yeah, maybe it's 77. But
I
70
went
would be
to-
just too clean. I feel like.
Yes,
Would
that
be
was too clean for me, and everything
Yeah.
else was like, wait, it was already that amount for right-handers or left-handers
Yeah,
on it.
yeah.
I missed a 0. It only gave us 8 points. I'm sorry,
I don't
but
think
it
that-
doesn't change
Just
anything.
imagine
Doesn't change anything.
Marvin winning
Yeah.
on that against
Yes,
me.
oh
and
my god! What the hell?
It's not changing anything.
8 points, who cares?
All right, are you guys ready for the last question?
Yep.
We were
Yep,
already talking about this track today. At least in the
Oh,
chat, I
no.
saw it mentioned. And the track we are talking about is Laguna Seca. Someone said he thought it is in Japan because it's called Mazda Raceway. Or it was called Mazda Raceway.
What
Nowadays
was
it's
it
like
called?
WeatherTech.
WeatherTech,
Series. And the final question of this first ever quiz night is: how is the bend after the infamous corkscrew called? Is it the sunny curve, the rainy curve, the shady bend, or is it just T9? The sunny curve, the rainy curve, the shady bend, or the T9? How's this bend after the corkscrew called?
Interestingly, I got 2 options here because I commentated on a lot of races there. But then I also mistaken it because the one thing I'm thinking about is not in Laguna Seca, it's on a different track, which is Sebring, right? And we also know that the Americans have a certain way of naming corners when it's not the corkscrew.
And just to let you
But-
know, the names are not misspelled. I will give insight to that.
Anyone a timeout
afterwards.
who says that? Yeah.
It's my favorite corner of Laguna Seca. So fun to drive.
Yeah, it's a deep dive in left with the banking.
You have to
A
lift a
slight deep
little,
banking, actually.
get the car rotating, and then back flat on the throttle, shooting out of it. Killian, as I said, none of those names are misspelled, and I will give insight to that in just a second.
I remember when I used to tune into one of your streams and you did a I think a formula race on Laguna Seca, and I think this was like every time it was you were struggling with the setup in corkscrew, but afterwards you were always mentioning the corner name and how you like to drive the corner. So dumb brain, not making these connections ever.
It's the first time today that the vote on the chat is also really not in one
All over
side
the
or
place.
another. It's like 24%, 24%, 24%, 29%. So the community doesn't know either. Is
I
it called
submitted-
Sunny
I
Curve,
submitted as well.
Rainy Curve,
Yeah.
Shady Bend, or T9?
I submitted.
I submit as well.
I obviously thought about Sunset Bend, which is Sebring. But the Americans tend to give numbers to their corners, which is why I was trying to count if that fits.
So
Give
I'm
us the
still
answer, come
waiting
on.
for the community to end
I think
the
it's a name in
vote.
this case because that's why Joe picked it. It's corkscrew, and then what's happening next? Was it rainy because of the driver, the one with the drug empire?
So the community voted on T9. Let's see who was right. No one was right! No one was right. It's the Rainy Curve. And René even knows why. After Wayne Rainey. American motorcycle road racer. The Rainy Curve. Wayne Rainey. That's
But
why
I
I
thought about the
misspelled
other way.
Sunny
No.
and Shady.
I thought about Randy
Oh
Lanier. That's the guy with the
my.
drug empire that made it into racing.
Okay,
I
but
knew
you
that there was
almost
a
knew
rainy
it.
motor driver. Yeah, I know that there was one. Damn, but I counted it, and it depending on how you count the first corner, if it's 1 or 2, like on a NASCAR
It's
track,
corner
or just
9.
one,
It's corner 9.
Yeah, it's T9.
Yeah,
So it
that's
was
why
like,
I took the name here, but it's not the name of the
God.
curve. It's the Rainy Curve.
Yeah, it was a really good quest. It was a really
Wow.
good question.
Never would have thought that the community gets one wrong.
Especially now that the community got one wrong, we could have finally got back onto them, but we didn't. What did you submit?
I had T9 as well.
You had
T9
all
as well.
T9, so
Yeah, because it's American. That fits. Like
Yeah.
what
the
was
community
Daniel?
wins. And with that, you get the last stage of our raffles. Congratulations.
Yep, that's another set of gift cards, man. We're losing all the gift cards.
We
How
lost
should
all
I
the
buy
gift
new
cards.
DLCs and all that stuff.
We
then,
lost
if
all
we
of
give
them.
all the gift cards.
This
give
quiz
all the
was
gift
made
cards
by
away.
Champion Joe. So thank you guys for playing. I hope you had a great time. René securing second place. This will be a
Well done.
rivalry.
Well done, mate.
Rivalry. Too much
Is it the
talking
loser
today.
that has to do the next quiz or the winner? How do we decide on that?
It's probably a prestigious role, so the winner should do it.
So if you guys don't want to do it, I like the role of Quizmaster. It was
Joe
fun.
is like, yeah, awesome, man. That's exactly what I want to do. I mean, if you really want to, we don't have to rotate. If you feel like you want to be the quizmaster,
Hey.
feel free. But
I like being the Quizmaster. It was fun preparing all the questions and setting up the quiz.
yeah,
Next time around,
We're
I will,
afraid that
we'll do it even better with more tricky questions. Because I know now how hard I can go.
yeah, Michael. Don't worry, the stream isn't monetized anyway. So
Congrats to all of you
Well,
guys for winning. But I guess,
Yeah.
yeah, that's it.
that's it. First quiz night over. I mean, thanks everyone for staying with us and playing. as we said before, we will do 1 quiz night per month. That's the plan for now, and do 1 tournament per month. That's the community night you saw last time. And rest will be normal streams. We do every week. We do a stream now on Wednesday evening. So mark that in your calendar. Be here every Wednesday. So quiz night for this month is done. We will still have the tournament night, which means we go to race something like on Sim Racing GP, where you can win something. The others will be normal streams, where you can sometimes come with us in the open lobby, or we play through something and look at something. That depends. There might be a special actually in one of the streams for this month with something that's unannounced, and we actually show it to you for the very first time in sim racing. So it's not something we did, but it's something in sim racing that we will show you the very first time. So it's definitely worth making sure that you follow our channels, follow you on YouTube, on Discord. Let us know your input, feedback for quiz night. I think will be great, because we're obviously working on the second one.
I'm already excited for the second quiz night. It's going to be even better.
Me too.
We should do one every week now.
Yes! I'm doing nothing else than quizzes from this point out.
Why is Jonas having all his work hours already full? It's like, oh yeah, we're doing quiz night.
Yeah, I'm preparing quiz questions.
Quiz
No
questions.
no videos for me any longer. Only quizzes.
But I gotta say, you know, hats off to you, Renee. You know, I was hoping, I was anticipating a much less close race, to be honest, with me leading you by 900 points. But
that's what he expected. All right.
But you know, in the end, it doesn't always turn out as you think. Just like Project Cars 3. Sorry.
Oh, will there be something on Gran Turismo 7? Of course we will be covering Gran Turismo 7. I probably will do a video about what's coming tonight. So you might be able to watch that. Depends on if quality control in the hands of Joe actually says that wasn't a thing.
True.
Then you will see the video. Otherwise, Joe has to do a new video, and then you'll see it later.
Yeah, I'm working on a R Factor 2 video, so
True. There's a lot of new
that
stuff
might
there
be
as well.
ready on Saturday, but I don't know yet. I had to do so much for this quiz, so let's see.
As you don't have bragging rights, Renee, what, you know, do I have to call you Lord from now on? Lord Renee?
I'm your boss anyway. I think that's enough. Just call me boss.
Okay, all right.
Wow. Okay,
Oh,
let's
yeah.
let's end
Oh, I
on a high
have to
note.
say, first of all, Joe did a great quiz. Really
Yeah,
enjoyed that.
obviously.
Good questions. And I really enjoyed that we were so close and even clueless at the same time.
The big finale, everybody got it wrong.
Yeah, that was the best, man. Everyone got it wrong. And yeah, I didn't approve 20 euros. But for the community, we do everything. So probably we will just deduct that from Joe's payment. So no payment for the next 2 months.
For sure.
Fine.
I'm working
For
only
sure.
for love and fresh air.
And camaraderie with Marvin and me. I mean, come on, man.
Yeah,
it could be
it's-
worse.
We're on the same page.
I get to
here.
be the quiz master, so
Yep, payment enough. All right. End the stream, Joe. Come on, do it.
okay, let's end the stream. Bye, guys.
All right,
See you
guys.
next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye
See you next
bye. Oh, I have to stop the music first. But now, bye bye.
Bye bye.
See you.
T9 is still correct.